this morning. It's my stream, not yours. So don't tell me when to start the stream. If you do that again, I'm not going to stream. So behave. Yeah, I'm having trouble with chess.com. I'm talking to them, but they don't have the games. They told me they have the games last week, and they said they're getting the games up 10 minutes ago, and there's no games. So, I don't know. I mean, that's the way they are. They're not good. Anyway, it's the Magnus Carlsen Invitational Day 1. There's 2 matches today and 2 matches tomorrow. That's round 1. And then it continues like that, where they play a round every 2 days. Not sure why chess.com can't get the games up or doesn't try to. But whatever, that's chess.com. If they don't have the games, this isn't going to be a good stream because I'm going to have to get the games myself and copy and paste, and it's going to suck. And they told me a week ago they're having the games. So anyway, shocking that they're incompetent. They still don't have the games. So, yeah. I got rid of it? Doesn't sound like something I would do. No. All right, I don't have any moves yet here. This is unfortunate that they don't have the games. Yeah. I mean, they should have had the games up like half an hour ago. They shouldn't put the games up after the round starts. All right. 15. I think it's 15:10. I don't know if I can open the browser to Chess24 or if it would work. I'm not like an OBS expert. I mean, the screen is set to chess.com to like this board. I'd probably have to do some work, which I'm not going to do. I mean, they said they'd have the games and then they don't. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why they start after the games start, then they put the games on. Like, what are they doing? I don't know. The chess.com doesn't have the games yet. I'm talking to the guy. And they're like, yeah, we're putting the games on. They're just incompetent.
Do you want me to get another computer open for you?
I don't know. I have Chess24 open. I don't see any moves on Chess24. It's 10:02. I don't understand that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why they would start late. I don't see any moves in either game.
It was like a little hot.
It's very hot, yeah.
Turn the air on.
Anyway, Stockfish 11 on Chess24 says D4 is the right move. I wonder if that's in Magnus's game. In Farouge's game, it's also D4. So pretty good. All right. What's that?
I heard you saying something. It's 67 in here.
Yeah, $20. Will Ali Reza win the tournament? No. Puzzle Pawn. Thanks, Puzzle Pawn. He will not. Let's see. I was invited. I just declined so I could do commentary for you guys. Huh. I don't know why there's no moves in any of the games. Why would they start an online tournament late? What? Maybe somebody's having connection issues. Or maybe there are moves and I'm not getting them. I don't think so. I think I would get the moves. Or maybe because I'm not logged in. I better log in. Otherwise, I'm just like everybody else. Watch live. I don't have any moves. What about you guys? Do you guys have any moves anywhere? You don't see anything? All right. Postponed due to Corona. All right. Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. So chess24 and chess.com are incompetent. Good, good. Yeah, I think anybody could win the tournament, although I would be mostly surprised if Geary or Caruana won. I'm not even sure they can win the tournament. Maybe they can't. The other 6 players could win. I guess Magnus is the favorite. He likes 15-minute. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for the subs. Sorry I'm having trouble here, but chess.com won't show the games and chess24 won't show the games. So, man, we're having a tough time here.
It hadn't started. Lawrence Trent is making a joke about we're all waiting. So.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. 201 centidues. All right, well, DD13 subscribed, thank you. iOS 7 Undead subscribed. Good, good. Guess he's undead. We have about 1,700 subscribers at the moment. 300 centidues from Pinky Jim 77. Oh no, he didn't subscribe again. 1982. Thank you. Trying to learn, subscribe 27 months in a row. Letting me know how long I've had a stream. Josh Gates subscribed with Twitch Prime. Good, good. And that's what happened. Now the schedule is it's a round robin format sort of, except instead of playing everybody once, you play everybody 4 times. So Hikaru plays Magnus today, and Firouzja plays Ding. And they play each other 4 times. And then if it's 2-2, they have an Armageddon game. If it's not 2-2, and somebody wins, then the match is over. And they get 3 points for that round, and the other side gets 0. If there's an Armageddon game, whoever wins the Armageddon gets 2, and the loser gets 1. And based on reading between the lines, again, I'm not sure this is right, but it seems like it's right based on what I've read. Didn't specifically say that. If the match is over after 3 games, it's 2.5 half or 3-0, they still play the 4th game. If they don't play the 4th game, then things that Chess24 and Greg Shahadi wrote on Twitter are wrong. They didn't specifically say they're playing 4 games, but they indicated they were. So they better play a 4th game. Otherwise, a lot of that stuff's going to be incorrect. So anyway, all right. I got no moves on either game. So for Carlsen and Firouzja, it's 4 p.m. For Nakapuki, it's 10 a.m. And for Ding, it's 10 p.m. Where they're playing their games from. Yeah. Svidler would destroy this field? No. Yeah, Naka's not allowed to stream. You can't stream if you're playing in the event. It's one of the rules. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually 4 CEST, summertime, not CET. Man, even when you do Europe, you guys are wrong. How can you do that? Yeah. I don't know. I'd much rather start 10 p.m. than 10 a.m. So Ding has the advantage. Yeah, Ding's match. Now, Ding's going to finish his matches at 2 a.m. That might not be good. I don't know. I don't know what kind of person he is. You can call him a person. So we're here for day 1, and none of the games have started, and chess.com's not showing anything, and chess24's not showing anything. Firouzja played d4. I mean, Ding Liren did, although he played it a minute ago, and Firouzja hasn't moved, so I'm not sure if I believe that. It could be the site played d4 instead of Ding. I don't think Firouzja's going to think over a minute on move 1. So Ding might have played d4. The site has him playing it, but it's probably okay. That was just me. No, that was me. Okay. Live. All right, we have moves. And the question is, okay, so they are, okay, good. They're showing it. Okay, good. And now I'm going to have to do that weird thing where I pretend I'm giving a simul. Okay, so chess.com just put this game on. This is, I guess, Hikaru's 1500, I guess, compared to Magnus, he's 1500. They're not showing the other game, but most of you guys probably don't care about the other game as much. So when they show the other game, I'll do that thing where I put it in simul mode. Yeah. 209 centimeters. Now, nobody's paying me to do this except you guys. So there you go. I was invited. I've said at least 100 times on this stream I was invited. You keep asking me why weren't you invited? I was invited. Stop saying I wasn't invited. Okay, I mean, it's a joke, but play along. Sam Han OG subscribed. All right, so Magnus is white against Hikaru, and it could have been like 10 different openings. It could have been a Bogo Indian. It could have been a Catalan. It could have been a Queen's Indian. Could have been a Benoni with this move order. And instead, it's a Bishop F4 QGD, which they've had many times. Okay, Knight BD7. This is the Nigel Short variation. It's not called that, but he likes to play that. C5 is the other move. And I guess you can play B6, but don't play B6. And Magnus played a very early C5, okay, which is fine. If he doesn't play C5 and moves his bishop, then Black would take and then play C5 himself. Okay, C6. He put it in H. Sometimes they let Black take this, and they take with the pawn controlling E5, but Magnus doesn't do that. Okay. And, yeah, they're playing some long theoretical main line. I think normally White doesn't play H3 so early and actually gives Black the chance to do this. So White's not really close to castling yet. And in most of these lines, they trade everything off, and White has a tiny advantage. This was seen in many games, this kind of line. And Hikaru played H6, which is somewhat surprising to me. So it seems like an odd move. So I guess if he wants to play Bishop A6 and trade the bishops, he's letting Magnus move the bishop first, then he'll play Bishop A6. So he thinks H6 is a nice move to get in. Yeah. Why is Hikaru 1500? I don't know. He plays the opening badly. These are just made up accounts with made up ratings. So I'm guessing these are their accounts. And I think, I mean, if I was a betting man, I think Hikaru starts at 1500 and he's never played a rapid rated game on chess.com. That actually makes sense what I said. Because the other account has a rating. I'm not sure why Magnus has played rapid games and Hikaru hasn't. I don't know. Anyway, it's all fake. Now, chess.com still isn't showing the other game, which is absurd. So I don't know. Why are they only showing one game? What's going on? It's been going on for like 8 minutes. All right. Anyway, Bishop D3, Bishop B7. So I was wrong about why he played H6. All right. Queen C8. So he wants to play Bishop A6, but he's doing it a very slow way. I don't understand why Black is playing so slowly. That can't be right. I don't like the way he's playing the opening. It's chess24, not chess.com. Well, this is chess.com. Yeah. So, yeah. How do you donate? You click donate. You could do this if you want to donate. There you go. Although I spelled donate wrong, so now you can't donate. All right. Yeah, these are their handles on chess.com, though. Anyway, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what their rating is on the site. What I don't understand is why aren't they showing the other game? Peter has them trying to put them in live now. Okay. I see one game. I don't even understand what he said to me. He said he has them in chess.com events now and he's trying to put them in live. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go to chess.com events because I don't even understand what's going on. I didn't know there was such a thing.
Yeah,
Okay, I've never been here.
that's the thing I was talking about.
Oh, that's what you were doing. Yeah, that's not good because I don't stream that chessboard,
Yeah.
so I can't. That doesn't help me. Okay. Now, is the Dingler in game there? The Dingler in game is there, and they just don't have it in live yet. Okay, so that's what the problem is. All right, I see. Yeah. Okay. Well, I've never been to that place, although Karen's been there. That just seems like they stole that interface from Chess Bomb. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just gonna look at this game until they put the other game in live chess, if they ever do. I don't know why it would take 37 hours to do that. They have the game on their server and they can't put it in live chess. What? All right. Okay, so let's go back. Queen c8. I don't like the way Hikaru's playing the opening. He's wasting a lot of time. Theo Ganta subscribed. Hello. Thank you. He played h6, bishop b7, queen c8, which is really slow. And the intention, obviously, is to play bishop a6 and trade off these bishops, which would help black. And Magnus plays rook e1 and then bishop c2 and doesn't want to trade bishops. So Magnus keeps control of the e4 square, doesn't trade off his white squared bishop, which is his good bishop. And I've never seen black play like this. I've seen this opening a million trillion times. To paraphrase Reservoir Dogs. And is it Reservoir Dogs? Yeah, maybe. I think so. Yeah, it is Reservoir Dogs. It's when he didn't realize that she's the one who shot Andy. Yeah. Yeah. In the Georgia,
Did you want to enter it in manually or just?
No, I definitely don't want to enter it manually.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what's wrong with them? How can they have the games on their site but not put it in live? Like, what are they doing? This is the problem when I have to deal with incompetence all day, every day with every site and everybody I know. Oh,
That'd be quick, yeah.
Horrible. What?
Pretty quick, yeah.
But I have to enter their names and I have to update the moves every second. And then as soon as I do and we're ready, then they'll put the game on. Yeah, right.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this song where, with what's her name? Vicki Lawrence. Georgia shot, Andy. Yeah. Vicki Lawrence only has one song.
No, we talked about it recently.
Right. But anyway, they talk about that song in Reservoir Dogs.
Mm.
Yeah. And then he says I heard that song a million trillion times, and I never realized that she's the one who shot Andy and so forth. All right. No piece has been exchanged. All right. Yeah, they have the other game.
All right.
Okay. And now I have, and they're both 1500. Okay, now I have to go to the thing and click simul. All right. Yeah. All right. So this is the game. Ding is white against Fallujah. And chess.com did a really good job getting things done quickly and so forth, except for one thing. Let me make sure this is the right game. Oh yeah, that's the right game. Okay. So Ding is white against Fallujah. I'm not sure why they didn't just put their real names so you guys aren't confused. Okay. This is the same as the other game. What? This is the Magnus game. Okay. Now Hikaru played bishop e7 in this position, and Fallujah played bishop b4. I've had white in this position many times. The main move is bishop g5. You can also take. He played e3, which is not as aggressive. Yeah, they're playing this early bishop d2. So now we've transposed it to a Nimzo Indian, where white's playing an early bishop d2, which is one of the lines they're playing now. White gets the two bishops, what else? Okay, and then he doesn't get the 2 bishops because black went here. All right, so black's down a tempo from a normal position, except white's played e3, bishop d2, which isn't very scary. So the only thing white can do now, since these moves don't make any sense, is to put the knight on g3 and play knight e5, f4. That's what you do here. You can't play e4. This doesn't make any sense. I was about to sneeze too. Anyway, okay, so if he doesn't play knight e5 now, he ain't going to play it later because, black's developing moves are going to stop it. So he did, and then f4. Yeah. And then sometimes the knight comes around here, knight f5. Sometimes you play crazy like Fox News. Okay, and then Firouzja played knight c6. And then both players are thinking, if you can call it that. All right, 100 centidues and $99.99 from Morty Kramer. And since he gave so much money and said, go Firouzja, go Firouzja. All right. Now remember, this is 15-minute with a 10-second increment, and there's a billion games. Each person, if you can call them a person, is going to play 28 games in the first part of the tournament. After the round robin's over in 2 weeks, then they're going to do some more stuff. I don't know what they're going to do. They'll take half the field and kill them. I don't know. Anyway, so you're going to see a lot of blunders. A lot of people are going to win and lose. And you'll be like, Magnus lost. I can't believe it. Okay, it's 28 games. So everybody's going to win. Everybody's going to lose. Everybody's going to draw. Everybody's going to blunder. Everybody's going to get in time trouble. So don't be too surprised this tournament. There's going to be a lot. The only thing that'll be surprising is if there's no surprises. All right, so this is Ding versus Firouzja, the game you don't care about. Now we'll look at the game you do care about, right? I'm not impressed with Hikaru's opening play. So after bishop c2, Hikaru again played slowly, rook e8, rook c1. And usually white doesn't want to trade anything because white has a space advantage, so black is cramped. And then black wants to trade, and usually black gets his wish because he doesn't play as slowly as Hikaru did. Bishop b7, queen c8, h6. So usually he plays bishop a6 earlier, trades the bishops, trades on b4, trades the rooks, trades on c5. And here, there's no trades. So this is... Now, Hikaru's strategy for this tournament could be don't trade anything. Both sides have 2 minutes on move 25, and then I play better blitz chess than them. So maybe this is intentional on Hikaru's part to make the game more difficult later when people have no time on their clock. Okay, now they traded all the pawns. Okay, good. Bishop d8, going to a5, or so I thought. And then Magnus is like, nah, man, you ain't going to a5. He said it just like that, too. And then Hikaru played bishop c7. Generally, that's not the bishops you want to trade. So as Hikaru would say, I'm not impressed. That's an unimpressive maneuver. And Magnus played queen d2, of course, connecting his rooks. He doesn't mind if these are traded because he dominates e5. And black can't really do anything. Normally, white doesn't have this white squared bishop. Normally, these are traded. So that means he can't hop into e4. Since he played h6, it's harder to put the knight on g6 because you can mess your pawns up. So I don't like Hikaru's position. Okay, queen d2. So the first game seems about equal, the Firouzja game with Ding. Ding has white, and this game seems better for Magnus. Pinky Jim 77 gifted 10 subs. Good. Right, so this tournament is being played on Chess24. This is... I think the players themselves are at Chess24 making the moves. Okay, that's fine. I'm a Chess.com streamer. Chess.com is showing the games eventually, which they did. They waited till about 10 minutes after the round started. It is a 15-minute tournament. You don't want to show the games too early. You can't really blame Chess.com. They didn't know this event was going to happen. I think we found out about it, about 9:55 a.m.? Yeah, it wasn't like 2, 3, 4 weeks ago Magnus announced it and everybody knew about it. So Chess.com's like, oh, there's a big tournament today. We didn't know that. I think that's what happened. Yeah. All right. We changed the games to show their real names. Ah, cool. That's what I said they should do. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me see if that's in live chess yet. It is. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of these games. Those games are crap. And then here you go. Now you're less confused. All right. So I actually said they should just show their real names because that was stupid. Then they did. All right, they did something right. Also, all of their ratings changed. All right. Anyway, ignore the ratings. Ignore the man behind the curtain. Ignore everything. Okay. So let's go back. So after playing knight d7, bishop c7, rook e8, Hikaru played e5. Good. Good. And then they traded everything. Okay. Also good. Okay. And this is better for white because white has the d4 square. The c6 pawn is weak. And, you know, I'm like pinning your rook. But it's only slightly better, just slightly. If you trade all the pieces off, usually it's a draw. And that's not really Hikaru's MO, is to be slightly worse and then try to draw. That's more like a Giri kind of thing, right? Hikaru likes to, you know, rawr, mad, okay, and then his opponents blunder. So this is like a Magnus kind of position. Now, obviously, Magnus was a better player 6 years ago, but he's still pretty good. So he could, you know, grind, you know, try to attack this weak pawn, maybe get an attack against the king if Hikaru fits on his king, maybe do some trick here. But again, they traded A pawns, they traded B pawns, they traded center pawns, they traded bishops, they traded knights. If they trade any more, that gets closer to a draw. So Hikaru's almost equalized by trading everything. But again, I'm not impressed with his opening play. But Magnus didn't really, you know, press the correct way because it's a 15-minute game. It's not his fault. All right, speaking of trading everything, so the last time we looked was this position in Ding versus Firouzja. And in typical Dutch Stonewall style, Ding decided to do this. Although usually that's the black piece is doing that. Okay. And then everybody traded everything. Now the pawn could be captured. So he took this, played 92, confusing the audience. I thought he was going to take on d4, which he probably should. And instead he played 92 with the discovered attack. He wants to take with the knight. The knight's good on d4, but the e-pawn's sort of weak. Sort of weak. So I don't know about that. Okay, he played bishop d7. And I think this maneuver by Ding was not correct because the e-pawn is too weak if you take it with the knight. If you take it with the pawn, the knight was better probably on c3 than e2. So knight e2, I'm not impressed. And I'm always a little impressed. Now, I could be wrong, but the times went away. Why'd the times go away? What? The times in the games, they're not there. They were there when they had the fake names. Now they're not there.
Did they change the name?
They did. They gave them the real names, so now we can see their names.
Oh, that's good.
Right, but except the times went away. So I'm getting confused over here. Let's see. There. Am I right, or did something happen here? No time control is better? I don't know about that. People like to say he's got 5 minutes, you know. So what happened was when they had the fake names, they had the times on the clocks. Then they gave them the real names. Now the clocks are gone. Is that what happened? Is that what's going on? I mean, I can't complain too much because I'll be killed. Yeah. Well, time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. So listen closely. Not for very much longer. I've got to keep control. What's the next line? I remember doing the time warp. All right, we got merch. Look at that merch. Chess Club founded 2017. Actually, I found it right now. So 2020. Yay, go merch. Everywhere, every day I wear different merch. All right, So Ding has less time, obviously, because he's not moving. Okay, although I could refresh and maybe he'll move. I don't know. See, I refreshed and he moved. Good. All right, so he played knight takes d4. Rook e8 is a good move. Queen e7 is a good move. Good. Queen f3 defending his pawn. Queen e7. So Ding believes the knight here is more important than the e3 weakness. I mean, the e3 weakness is permanent, so I don't know. Bishop d2, bishop c5 is good. Knight e4 is also good. Yeah, Ding should put his pawn back on f2. And then bishop g4 is strong. Oh, well. All right. Bishop c5, rook e1. Yeah. All right, so Firouzja has a better position because this is, a good bishop, nice e-file, e4 square. Yeah, it's not great play by Ding. All right, speaking of not great play, let's look at this trade fest. He played e4, good. And then everybody Wang Chung tonight. He took. Also, Hikaru could have played bishop c4. Interesting move. Engine likes bishop c4, but, always trade. Okay, rook takes. Rook d8. The engine doesn't like that move. Yeah, the engine says that move loses, that's a blunder. The engine wants to keep trading, or in this instance, bishop b5, so we trade all the rooks. After bishop b5, still white's better. For reasons I don't understand, bishop c4 is okay for black. I guess, if we can trade rooks here, we can keep this rook. If we trade all the rooks, it should be a draw. But now white gets to keep pieces on the board. And the problem with rook takes rook, which he did not play, is that's annoying. I mean, that's annoying. And if you go here, now we're threatening queen here. And obviously, this bishop is better than this bishop. This rook's better than this rook. And this queen's better than this queen. And this pawn's weaker than this one. And this king is safer. So even though material's equal, symmetrical pawn structure, the engine says white's up 3.6. God damn. We're pitting him everywhere. Okay, and we're touching him everywhere too. Touch. Don't tell yes or touch. Okay, so because he couldn't trade rooks and he played rook d8, now the engine just says Magnus is winning because Magnus is attacking the king over here. And, what's this, Tina Turner said, what do those pieces got to do with it? So this trading on e4 and then rook d8 was losing, and now Hikaru has a lost position. Frankly, terrible. Okay, rook d5. That seems like a reasonable move. And the engine says everything wins. There's the pedestrian rook a e1, and obviously white's rooks are better than black's. White's bishop is better than white's queen is better. White's king is safer. But for reasons nobody understands, queen e3 is the preferred move. I guess after queen e3, we're threatening rook takes, and then we got the checkmate and winning the queen. Yeah, and that would do it. So queen e3, threatening rook takes a6, and then after the engine wants to go back to d8, then we could triple up on the bubble up, and obviously black's just losing because black's rook on a8 and black's bishop on a6. Frankly, they're terrible. All right, so in a shock to everyone, Magnus has a winning position against Hikaru. Shocking. All right, and then Ding is trying to trade all the pieces off and go for a draw. Okay, rook e1. And this is a mistake a lot of weaker players make. Normally, I wouldn't call Firouzja a weaker player. Firouzja's pretty good. Weaker players like to, make trade everything and make the game. So instead of playing a creeping move like queen d6, rook c8, recommended by Radiohead, or if you prefer, Stone Temple Pilots. If you prefer, which one do you like better?
I don't want to listen to who?
Which creep do you like better? Stone Temple Pilots or Radiohead?
Radiohead.
Good.
But they're both good.
Yeah. This guy said STP for sure. Incorrect. But good answer.
I seen that one at karaoke.
That's right.
Pilots.
Okay, so instead he traded and played knight e4. So black is going for the smallest of advantages. Symmetrical pawn structure, good knight against bad bishop. And Ding Liren said he had all he could stands, he can't stands no more, and he got rid of it. Okay, so now we have opposite colored bishops. Okay, with black obviously better. Black has a better passed pawn than white, but still, it's got to be a draw. It's got to be. Yeah, because everything's blocked, opposite bishops. On the other hand, it is 15-minute chess, so both sides will win. So white incorrectly played knight e2, knight takes d4, and now he's trying to bail out to a draw. All right, Magnus has thrown most of his advantage away since I've been away. Yeah, rook a4 that's the wrong. It's still good for white, but he should be attacking. Queen e3, threatening this, triple up, and then attack the king. Okay, this is the wrong way of playing. These are bad pieces. Magnus shouldn't want to trade them, so that's just a bad move. All right, so bad play from everybody basically. Queen a5 is also a mistake. It's wrong side of the board, forcing the bishop to a better square. All right. G6 is okay. Bishop e4 is okay. And obviously, Magnus has a big advantage here, and he probably thought he was technically winning because the bishop on b7 is so bad. He might be. It might be that it's just winning, but it's going to take another 40 moves. He's going to make Hikaru suffer. Maybe. I think he could have won more straightforwardly on the king side, but he's decided to Magnus it up. So also good. Not as good. And they're trading everything on the C file, which is to Ding's, Ding wants to trade everything. Ding wants to trade rooks, puts his bishop on e3, and tell Firouzja he's all talking a badge. All right, so maybe. I think he should be able to draw this. I don't see how black wins. I mean, black could trade queens into a Nigel and get his king in here, but that seems far-fetched. All right. Bishop f3. Bishop's defended on f3. Defends d1. Good. h5 seems a little something. A little off-putting. I guess he didn't want bishop g4 to happen. Okay, now rook e1. I mean, it's hard to believe Magnus won't win this. Magnus has a better bishop, a better rook, and a better queen, and a safer king. And all of Hikaru's pawns are stuck on white squares. In fact, all of Hikaru's things are on white squares. So I guess Hikaru's not a checkers player. So what Hikaru wants to do is trade queens. Trade queens, very good chances to draw. But with the queens on the board, Hikaru's king is pretty holy there. Yeah. Not holier than thou, but, Let's see. Is that no, that's not. Okay. So obviously they traded queens right away. Very suspicious. All right, so queen d8 makes sense. Magnus played rook e7. So this is funny. The engine doesn't play bishop a8 because the bishop is terrible on a8. So it'll never move again. So Hikaru agreed and played bishop a6, although the engine actually prefers c8. That would be hard for a human to play. Bishop c8. I don't like bishop c8. I don't even understand bishop c8, like why that would be better than bishop a6. That's just got to be losing. Yeah. All right. Takes, rook there, rook check. He hasn't checked yet. So Magnus is like, does this endgame win or does this endgame win? And the answer is probably both. And he thinks this wins more. Right, this should just be a win because all these pawns are on white. The only chance Hikaru has is this is the wrong colored H pawn. So that's his only chance. But he's down a pawn. It's a passed pawn. And I had a similar ending. If you guys know my game with David Arganian, where I sacrificed a rook and a piece on the queen side, where his king was, and then we got to this bishop ending. Very similar. Not exactly this bishop ending, but similar. And I won pretty easily, although probably my 2100 rated opponent didn't defend as well as Hikaru. Probably. Okay, Hikaru plays h4, fixing these pawns on white squares. And if you've been to my endgame lectures, or listen to me talk about endings, black wants to trade all the pawns off. There are no pawns on the board, you can't win. So Hikaru's like, let's trade all those pawns. Now, unfortunately, Hikaru played f6, breaking a very important rule. And Magnus obviously walking his king up. This should just be easy win. Extra pass c-pawn. And occasionally, white's even going to win the king and pawn ending by sacking his c-pawn. And black's king goes over here, and white's king goes here. That's one way to win. But this should just be easy win. So that wasn't good technique by Magnus, but his position was so good it didn't matter. His position was so good, it's like this wins, this wins, this wins. Poor play from Hikaru. Not a good first game. And then this game, I think, will be a draw. Black's better, but, opposite bishops. Yeah. Yeah, this game should be a draw. So we have an opposite colored bishop ending. We have a same colored bishop ending. So there you go. So it looks like Magnus going to win the first game, and this game will be a draw. That seems the most likely. I don't know what the times are, although I could look. Oh, no, I got rid of the other one. Yeah. Let's see. We complained there was no time. Let's see what they retorted. There's no time will allow me to retort. What does Magnus Carlsen look like? He's tall. What else? He's Norwegian. Does he look like a bitch? What? Do they speak English and what? Not sure about the situation. I can fix. Seems to have clock times. I can promise a fix. All right. Well, they said they'll fix it when they feel like it, and they don't feel like it. So I got Perrier. Yeah. You thought Magnus Carlsen was short? Incorrect. Come on, back me up, Karen.
Incorrect.
Yeah. No, he's not 5'8". He's over 6 feet tall. He'll give us $5 in the movie that I was quoting. What does Magnus Carlsen look like? Does he look like a bitch? What? They speak English and what? What ain't no country I ever heard of? No? You can guess. It's me.
Pulp Fiction.
There we go. She got it, Pulp Fiction. Needed a little help. This one guy wrote Lion King. So that's also close.
If I say Pulp Fiction,
Magnus is not tall for a Norwegian.
I have 75% chance.
Who's taller, Magnus or Nigel? Nigel's taller than Magnus, yeah.
Yeah.
Close, though. Yeah. All right, so these games are different than the Smurden games because nobody starts down a piece. All right, so this is just completely drawn. They'll draw soon. Now, according to Trying to Learn, which means it's probably wrong, but I'm sure he read it, if he can read, you're not allowed to agree to a draw before move 40. It's like I'm sweating. It's really cold in here.
It's 67.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Well, I had to change my shirt. So that I had to take a shirt off and put one on. So that was a lot of exercise. And my drink is cold. I had to go get my drink. I drove here. I had to get in the car, get out of the car. All right, this position is the most drawn. It's funny, the engine says black's better by sacking this pawn. And then black's king is getting in, but still a draw. All right, did Hikaru resign yet? Not yet? All right. Let's see Magnus finish off Hikaru. Hikaru's trying to trade everything. Man, the truth hurts. God damn. 400 centuries. Magnus is not 6'6". Magnus is 6'1", 6'1.5", based on my recollection. All right, bishop d5 check. If you go king f5, then that guy is not going to be stopped. So, yeah, the truth hurts. All right, and he'll resign in any second. Magnus is 5'10". Yeah, I don't believe that. Magnus is 7'2". They say Magnus is 5'10", which is incorrect.
He seems taller than that to me.
Yeah, he is. People who never met Magnus went to the internet and said he's 5'10". Bam! Magnus has a huge head. That is true.
A very prominent brow.
All right, I have to refresh the stream so I see if I have any viewers. What? This says I have 1,066 viewers.
Yay, that's, I think,
I just refreshed. I never knew how many viewers I had.
yeah, the Chess 24.
Do I really have 1,066 viewers? Doesn't sound like me. All right.
People,
Did he resign yet? Here, man, the truth hurts. A pawn down, worse ending against Magnus. What?
people are complaining the Chess 24 analysis is not good.
Oh, 100 centijuice from Gunjwar. Well, first of all, they have 4 people analyzing the game. That's, come on. I don't want to hear 4 people talking at the same time, especially if one is Trent, because he's 4 people in himself. So now we got like 7 people talking. 499 centijuice. She got hints. He was going to give me $5, but since I told you Pulp Fiction, he gave me only $4.99 because I gave you a hint. Yeah, I said like, what was my movie? What do you think?
I was going to guess that one anyway.
Reschedule streaming times, Ben. All right, good chat. Yeah. All right, let's go back. Okay, Magnus very, 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 very strangely just played G3, a move I would never consider in my whole life. All right, because you don't want that pawn because that's the wrong colored rook pawn. So I don't know. I wouldn't even know this is winning. It is winning because the engine says it's winning and Magnus says it's winning. But I mean, are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. All right. See, like if it goes C6, bishop takes, the game's over. It's a draw. That's why I wouldn't do that. All right, but Magnus knows it's winning. He don't care. All right. I don't see why it's winning, but the engine's like +6, so I guess it's winning. I'm not even sure what the winning plan is. Like if black keeps his king here, you have to force the bishop away from C6, so you can play C6. Then you have to force the bishop away from C8, which you can do, but I mean, that seems hard. I guess it's not hard because Hikaru's like, don't play king D6. So I don't know. All right. Anyway, they agreed to a draw here. This game's been drawn for a long time. Hey, Karen, you want me to recap every game after? Or do you want to do it at the end?
I mean, it's better at the end, but you do what you...
I'll do it at the end, but it might take me a while.
Yeah, it might take me a while.
No, I mean, just I'll have to put the games in and stuff. Yeah. Because they won't be there. They're barely there now.
Can't you save, after each game, save the PGN? And then just load it up?
Yeah, I mean, I can get the PG anywhere. I just have to load it up that's what I mean is I have to load it up. I can't just go la, 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 la. Man, if you guys knew what was happening here. What's going on here? Yeah, I know. I mean, Karen had clothes on, then I don't know what happened. Something happened. All right, Karen really likes these games. All right, now, okay, and then they agreed to a draw. All right, that game wasn't super exciting. All right, now this game, white was a little better, then black was a little better. I'm like, all right, that's enough. All right, now what's going on here? I don't understand why Magnus wants the wrong colored rook pawn. Can't understand that. All right. So that was a strange move. So in this position, if white plays c6, you take it and it's a draw. And Hikaru played here, letting him play c6. What? I don't understand this game in the least bit. It's like both players are playing bad on purpose. So, yeah. Okay, f5, good. c7 wins. Oh, because that wins because of trickery and deceit. That's funny that c7 wins. King here, then we move our bishop and we push our pawn. And if you play f4, bishop e4 wins. That just wins immediately. But okay, Magnus played bishop f3, the human move. All right. This just seems mean. It's funny, with Hikaru's king here, sometimes when the king comes to stop it, white wins because white's queening, and this pawn's blocking the bishop, and we could trade bishops if he plays f4. So if the king stays here, white has to make sure that black doesn't sacrifice for that. So it's funny that Magnus is winning with the h-pawn. It's weird that Hikaru decided to move his king over here and let the h-pawn win. Because if Hikaru's king is here, white's still winning, but I think it's more difficult because we have to kick away the bishop so we can, but you can't kick away the bishop, but still. This is a well-known idea. I'll show you when this game's over, I guess, but all right. Yeah, so so Magnus is going to give this pawn away and just queen this pawn. He don't care about that. Yeah. He's just going to go here. And then if the bishop goes here, he's going to block. All right. So, yeah. So Hikaru's going to try to come this way. But it doesn't work. Obviously, I go there. So, okay. So that was weird the way Magnus won, and that was also weird the way Hikaru defended it. That was strange. The chess.com engine's announcing mate. That move is a weird move. All right. Game is very strange. So the idea is if you trade bishops with the idea of both of you queening, I get two queens. Or I could queen with check and then queen with check. So you can't do that. All right, Magnus just toying with him. He's just being mean, Magnus. I don't know why he's being so mean. He's the meanest. Yeah, now he's going to do this. I would have done that right away, but okay, whatever. Yeah, there's no defense to this. This pawn's going to queen, so you have to take it. And then here. And then Magnus is good up a queen. All right, and then resigns. Okay, so that was a very, very strange technique for both players. Now, let's pretend that this, I'm just going to put the king on h. Okay. Let's imagine this happened, and then anytime the pawn moves, the bishop takes it, which is a draw. Okay, so the way to win is we're gonna make the bishop go away from the diagonal. Okay? And then we're going to put it on this. We're going to do this. Okay. Then we're going to do it again. Bishop c8. And then the bishop has to go here. And then we're going to go bishop d7. So it wins, but it takes a while. Yeah. So the point is, if you ever take this with the bishop, it's a draw because this pawn doesn't win. But you actually can't do it. The bishop can always block the other bishop. There's actually some famous bishop endgame studies where it's much more difficult, but you still win. But this is easy because the king is over here. So then it's easy to stop the bishop. Yeah. So for Magnus, it was easy and everything won. That was a really unfortunate game for Hikaru. Not because he lost. It was just no fun. He was like slightly worse. He was clearly worse. He was losing. He was losing a little bit less, but still losing. It's just no fun. Like he never had any like tricks or anything. Yeah, Naka resigned in this position. So the game would have concluded if he didn't resign. This is what would have happened. I don't know. Right. And then then get a queen. Yeah. So instead of being down a queen, he resigned. And this is the final position. Now, I don't know how long between games. If I was the organizer of the tournament, I would have a game every hour. So it would be like 10, 11, 12, 1. If the game goes 100 moves, which they haven't done yet, it would actually go past the round time. So it could be they're just going to play again quickly, or they're going to play every 75. I don't know. 5 minutes between games. All right. Also sounds made up. All right. So yeah, let's get back to whatever this is. Yeah. So Magnus won and Ding and Firouzja drew. That was round 1 of the Magnus Carlsen Invitational. And each round features 4 games against the same opponent. That was game 1. Now, again, based on inference, if the match is 3-0 or 2.5-1/2 for either player, they are going to play game 4. That's what I've indicated based on what I've read. I guess we're going to see if that happens at some point, but I think so. I don't know. The game doesn't seem to have any purpose, but all right. So on the pregame show, they said there's 5 minutes between games. So once they finish the first round, there's a 5-minute break. I'm guessing when Magnus wants to play again, that's when they'll play. Oh, snap. Yeah. Magnus and Dakar will draw the other 3? Incorrect. Yeah. The question is, will chess.com decide to show the second games, or they're like, that's enough? Find out. All right. Hello to my 1,200 viewers. When there's 1,200 viewers, you know what that means, Karen, right? Another train, even though we didn't have a train yet. We need lots of trains. Do you know how the tiebreakers will work? Yes. Yes, I do. If it's 2-2 in any of the matches, they play an Armageddon game where black has draw odds and like white gets an extra minute, like 5 minutes to 4, 6 minutes to 5, something like that. Just one game. And if you win the Armageddon game, then you get 2 points and your opponent gets 1 point. If you win in regulation, then you get 3 and the opponent gets 0. Does Hikaru have white now? Yes. They're playing 4 games. That was game 1. 300 Sentadues. Let's go scam train. People of the world, join in. Join the scam train. Yeah, hoping they show the second game without too much delay because they're not good at like doing anything. So go chess.com. We hear a 10-minute break, both games independent of each other, but they will sync for game 3. All right, if I read the English correctly, which I'm not saying I do, the chess.com guy says there's a 10-minute break, but they could start at different times. So for example, let's say Carlsen's game ends and then 5 minutes later Ding's game ends. They're going to start Carlsen's next game before Ding's next game. They're not going to start them at the same time, but for game 3 they will start at the same time. That's what he's saying. All right. I don't believe any of that. Well, he's claiming there's a 10-minute break, but it's 10 minutes after the game ends, not 10 minutes after the round ends, so the games aren't going to start at the same time. That's what he claims. And then Chess24 claims like the opposite, so that's good. Snackor is gifting a sub. Good. Confusing the audience is correct. Yeah, they did a good job of that. Yeah. On Magnus's website, it says 5 minutes. All right. I don't know. I mean, first of all, the game's going to be starting and chess.com is going to show them in a few minutes because, take a break. I don't know. Anyway, hi, all my viewers. It's 3 times as many viewers as usual, and we still haven't gotten a train going. Terrible. The chief arbiter reserves the right to adjust the schedule. So McGrath is saying that both are right, but you have to mix them. They are starting at different times when there's a 5-minute break. 100 Sentadues from Grunge War, 100 Sentadues from Cy Bradbury, and 200 from Snackor, and the train didn't start. Why didn't the train start? Did the train start? I don't see it. That's also possible. We already had a train, though? We did? I didn't see it. We might have had a train and I missed it. Too soon for a train. If it's too soon, that means we already had a train, but I missed it. Oh, well. Naka's super good, but chokes a lot. Well, I don't know about that. 300 Sentadues. Another train. All right, I guess we had a train and I missed it. Adam Wallace is once again gifting 50 subs. 50. He can gift those subs, he can kick those subs, and he can jump those subs. 50 subs. So we're not having any trains. We might have missed a train. There's no more trains. The games are never starting. The games are starting late. Chess.com doesn't want to show the games. Everybody's tricking everybody. Lawrence Trent is confused. Somehow I have 1,100 viewers, but I don't know why. We're in the lockdown. Nothing to spend money on. Go Adam Wallace. We're almost going to get back to our 1,800 subs today. We had 1,800, then we lost a lot of them. What's a train? I don't know. The only reason a train wouldn't start after those donations was if we already had a train, which I didn't see it. Very confused. Adam Wallace is the best. Agreed. Hey, Karen, look at this Karen thing. Look at James Laws 10.
All right, let me get him.
James Laws 10 in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
You looking in the chat?
I've got to find. I don't know. I'm in as you. So.
What?
Oh.
You see that you're in the basket or whatever? I don't know what that is. It's a gifted sub of Karen.
Yay.
Only a millionaire, Felix? Only a millionaire? 100 centidues from Rogoff. I wonder if that's the Rogoff. But obviously it's not. You saw the train and said you were ignored because you were explaining something. All right. First train stopped at like 35%. All right. So we had a train. I ignored the train and nobody gave money to it. Okay. 100 centidues from T. Kodan. Okay, so the games have started. I've been told, but they're not showing them. Magnus down to 4 minutes. That's not right because his game hasn't started yet. All right, wants to be friends. Who do you predict wins Fallujah Ding match? I don't know, Ding. Magnus lost. That's not correct. He's on 11 minutes already. Also incorrect. Everybody's incorrect. All right. Fallujah Ding live. I got nothing here on chess.com. Poker Chess subscribed. Good. Yeah. Who's the favorite? Magnus is the favorite, but anybody can win. All right, so they're not showing the next round. They've decided not to show the tournament anymore. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, chess.com is doing a really, really bad job of showing the games. Yeah. Why isn't Karen the favorite? She's my favorite. All right, here we go. Okay, Hikaru played e4. Boo. And then we'll look at the other game. Yeah, they're really slow in getting the games up. And then we'll have to do the simul again. All right. Okay, so here's Fallujah versus Ding. Fallujah's a white. Transposed into a Najdorf. Good. Okay, e5. That's one of the moves. Put it in H, stopping G4. And there we go. And they've probably played more moves, but it's chess.com, so give them a chance. Yeah. It's not fair to the other players. All right, we have 760 subscribers. We're getting almost close back to 1,800. Close. Lots of gawking rabblers. Time controls 15-minute, 10-second increment. This is game 2 of round 1. Part 2 of round 1 is tomorrow. Each round has 2 days. There's 8 players in the tournament, and each day has 4 players. And then, on the last day, chess.com cannot show all 4 games at once. See, that's good. Yeah. So instead of not showing 2 games, they could not show 4 games. Even better. All right, and Hikaru game with Magnus restarted. Okay, that's good. So far, great. Yeah. Why am I not in the tournament? They couldn't meet your, Yeah, that's true. The Duns cap really goes to Danny for this one. Strongest rapid tournament ever, and they can't get their shit together. Shocking. All right. So, obviously, Fallujah's the favorite this game because he played King B1. All right, we need to get Matt Larson on the line here. He's the world's leading authority on this line. And I think when Matt had the black pieces, his pawn was on h7, and he allowed g4, g5 whilst he was doing this. And he knows, he has theory to move like 40. I'm sure he knows this line too, but I don't think he played that. King b1, good. All right, so this is Firouzja Ding, and this is Hikaru Magnus. All right, good. Thanks, chess.com. Good job. They went from move 0 to 15 on chess.com. Bam, 15 moves. All right, so Hikaru's white against Magnus. We got a Ruy Lopez. He's an archangel. Takes d6. f4, knight c6. I've seen this. All right, now I'm out of my theoretical knowledge now, though. I think I was out about here. So Hikaru has the two bishops. What else? This is still their preparation, still theory. Okay, and the engine says it's about equal. White has two bishops, although White's development is a little iffy, and White's made about 37 queen moves, but White does have the two bishops. So I've never seen this position, but it looks like the players are playing normally. Like this position is the last position that I know, queen c3. And then the engine says this is the only move, and it's just saying all these moves are normal. Now, of course, White doesn't have to play e5. White can play basically any move here. He can defend his e-pawn with queen here, knight here, But he decided to play e5, which is the most forcing. And they got this position, castles. All right. And the players are probably just out of prep now. White's a little bit better because he has two bishops. Always have the two bishops. And after b5, a3, he played rook c8. And then MVL, who's playing tomorrow, is probably looking at this with great interest. Probably MVL's had black in this position. So he wants to know what these guys are doing. You guys see what the competition's doing. Two bishops, what else? All right, the 50 sub noise is still happening. You'll notice that Adam has 100 gift subs at the top of the stream because he gave 50 yesterday. The more subs you give, the more subs we have, right? Karen agrees. All right, so we have a very interesting Najdorf. Obviously, players like Svidler are more, well abreasted of these kind of, positions. I don't play either side of the Najdorf because I don't want to lose in 20 moves. I want to lose in 40 moves, not in 20 moves. Okay, so, yeah. Did MVL draw some random guy? You mean Alexeyev, who played in the candidates? Damn, random guy. God damn. Man, harsh. Yeah, this is the second game for everybody. Man, Karen's all over the place this stream.
I just plugged it in.
Yeah, but you're dressed now. All right, back to Haruki Nakapuki. After castles, Hikaru played bishop e3, bishop b7, attacking Hikaru's queen. Could get lucky, you never know. And Hikaru's going to move his queen. Well, White's better. White has two bishops. White has more space. This rook's not very good. But okay, Black's, guys, pieces out. Better than nothing. But still better. Hikaru's slightly better. Marginally better. And Firouzja thinking forever. If Adam gives all his money to you, you will be richer than him. Incorrect. He'll just make more money. He'll watch The Family Guy where Peter tells Lois, here, go buy yourself some more money. So, How do they pick who's in this tournament? I'm not, I don't even know who picked. I don't know. Whoever picked them. Got to pick somebody. They try to pick some good players, whoever they is. Connection lost, trying to reconnect. Good. That's on chess.com. I've lost my connection to chess.com. No. Boo.
You have?
It said I did, although I think it was lying. Because it's not... it won't flash because I don't have any times. Interesting. All right, well, a move was made after it said that. So there's some guy on Slack in the, the streamers. He's like, well, since I can't get on chess.com for the last 10 hours, what do I do with my tournament? I'm like, what? Can't get on chess.com for hours. It says connection lost again. I'm not losing my Twitch connection, so it's obviously a chess.com problem. Also, it seems like I'm on chess.com, even when it says that. So I don't know. They can't handle the load. We will look into it. Exactly. Server error on chess.com. Live server is down. Chess.com boo. Chess.com is down. Chess.com just stole 9 points from me. That's what you get for playing Blitz Chess instead of watching my stream. They couldn't meet my appearance fee. Exactly, Twitchy. What's the time format? 15-minute with a 10-second increment. Okay, so even though chess.com is down, I'm still getting moves. So, I'm a grandmaster. Okay, so h3, white really wants to play g4 at any cost. h4, okay, just like in Hikaru's game with Magnus. And then f4. And then it keeps saying the server's down, the server's down, the server's down. I don't know. Is Danny Wrench responsible for the servers? Danny Wrench is the only person who works at chess.com that you've heard of, so we got to blame him. If we hear of somebody else, we'll blame them. But, you guys never heard of Eric, so you can't blame him. Even though Eric is Danny's boss. Sam Shanklin going to do the after party. All right, so even though it keeps saying chess.com is down, the server is down, I keep getting moves, so I'm going to go with it. All right, he put it in H, queen H3, and, grandmasters all know this. When you're playing a game or doing game analysis, you never know if Ginger GM is watching, and it could be, so you got to put it in H. So queen G4 was a possibility, but you got to put it in H. Okay, queen H3. Knight e4, good. And he develops his last piece. Okay, and Magnus probably wants to trade all the pieces, which he did. Okay, so Magnus doesn't like that Hikaru has the two bishops, what else? So trades here and bishop d5. Good. And connection lost. And my engine says this is now equal, even though chess.com doesn't exist anymore. All right. So by trading all the pieces and getting rid of the two bishops, Magnus has equalized the situation. And this says that Ding has castled, allowing f5, rawr, mad. Some guy said he lost 9 points because the server went down. The next guy said, I got the 9 points. Hell yeah. So there you go. Sometimes, yeah. Server error, we'll look into it. Danny must be responsible. I agree. If we know somebody else at chess.com, we'll blame them, but that's, what you can do. People seem to be interested in watching world championship level chess since you can't leave your house. So all right, I'll watch Magnus and Hikaru and Ding and Firouzja. Makes sense. Agreed. For the specific pairings, Hikaru put his pairings on Twitter. So you can see who Hikaru is playing every day, at what time, and so forth. Although obviously you could look at the official Chess24, it tells you all the games. Now, the people that you like, that you're rooting for, they only play every other day. So let's say you're like, yay, I love Hikaru, because you have brain damage or something. Then he's not playing tomorrow. He's playing today, he ain't playing tomorrow. Okay, and Magnus. These 4 players aren't playing tomorrow. The other 4 players are. And then at some point in the middle, they switch. So there's actually going to be 2 days in a row that Hikaru doesn't play, and these other players, because when the first half is over, then you'll see.
Hey, remind me his playing tomorrow.
Tomorrow, well, let's see. MVL's not playing, so him. And then Nepo's not playing, so him. And then Geary and Caruana. Now, I don't know who's playing whom, but that would take me like 3 seconds to find out. But those are the 4 players tomorrow.
I forgot Geary was on. I couldn't think of it.
Yeah, Geary, MVL, Caruana, and Nepo. Tough tournament. I think the only way to make the tournament stronger is to kick out either Caruana or Geary. I mean, Caruana is second in the world in slow chess. I'd probably kick out Geary and put in Grishuk. I think that would be better. Kick out Geary, put in Grishuk. But Geary is higher rated than Grishuk, I think, in slow chess. So I don't know. I stream every day at the same time during this tournament. The next 17 days, 10 a.m. Eastern. Everybody says, why isn't Grishuk playing? Well, you got to take somebody out. I don't know who to take out. I think the 2 worst 15-minute players in this event are Caruana and Geary. I don't know who you're taking out. You know, pretty good. Something. Grishuk's pretty good. Yeah. Pull up Chess 24 as a backup. I mean, I can't do that because, like, Chess 24 is up. Karen's looking at Chess 24 nonstop. Something like that.
Making an emote.
Yeah. But I can't, it wouldn't look right on the stream. I can't, yeah.
I want an emote.
Wouldn't Caruana be one of the better in 15-minute? No. Okay, let's go back to whatever it is we're doing. He castled F5 as predicted by me. Whoa, what happened? The engine wasn't a big fan of F5, but that's what I would do. Bishop takes B3, pawn takes B3, knight C5. Rook takes is also possible with the... Now, if I was playing on my stream, I'm playing rook takes all day. Rook takes isn't a terrible move, but unnecessary. Knight C5 threatening 2 pawns is better. Because if you play queen C2, defending both pawns, your knight is pinned, so that doesn't work. So this is already better for black, according to the engines. This pawn's weak, this pawn's weak. White has no attack to speak of yet. And, it's a Najdorf, so it's got to be tricky. Recommended by the famous chess practitioners Run DMC. Right, sweetie? Karen agrees. All right, so Dingler in with a slight advantage. What happened to Levon Aronian? Well, Levon's wife tragically died in a car accident last month, so he's probably going to take some time off of chess and recover. That maybe he'll feel like playing again when the COVID's over. Maybe. All right, back to whatever it is Magnus was doing. He played bishop d5, and now Hikaru, forgetting he was playing chess and thinking he was playing poker, went all in. Okay, I think it was, what country is he from? What country is Umberto Brenes from? Why did I forget? Man, brain damage. Is somebody telling me what country he's from? Umberto Brenes. That way I can make my joke. Liechtenstein, everything you said was wrong. All right, never mind. Why am I asking you guys? Wow, chess.com is really going nuts. Costa Rica. That's right. So Hikaru went for the Costa Rica all-in with F5. Okay, recommended by Alejandro Ramirez. Now, Magnus could play rook A8 because then we have some pressure here. But instead he traded on A2, which is also good. Took the pawn. Once again, Hikaru Costa Rica all in, F6. Another train. It's the hype train. People of the world, join in. Join the hype train. Scam train. Do we have the scam train emote yet?
I need to make it.
I thought this other guy made
He
it.
did. I have to tweak it.
Oh, okay.
BPEX made it.
Yeah, because scam train.
I don't need to make it. I need to just
Scam.
get it tweaked. I'll do it right now.
All right, so Hikaru's all in. The engine says knight d5 and black is better. But it's hard not to take that pawn, so Magnus took that pawn. 100 send to dues, 200 send to dues. Von Jarny subscribed, 1,200 viewers. Okay, the engine doesn't like that move. It says Magnus, boo! And then when Magnus called the arbiter over and said, Was he saying boo? It turned out he was saying boo earns. Now the engine wants to play the very unusual move, rook a6. Attacking from the right of them, attacking from the left of them, shattered and sundered, stormed at with Hikaru, he who had played so well. But instead, Hikaru played the more human move, bishop h6, putting in an h. Okay, good, good. The engine sacrifices the exchange with queen d6, defending the pawn, but he's not an engine, so he moved his rook. Now, obviously, you guys are looking for mate in all the wrong places, but then knight g6 defends. So Hikaru sacrificed 2 pawns. He's going all in for mate. The engine prefers his position, but it's pretty touch and go. The onus is on white to prove that he has compensation. I'll take a sip while you look up the word onus. Man, chess.com's going nuts. God damn, what's happening with chess.com? Jesus. I don't know. I'm not doing that, just making moves. What's happening? I'm not doing that. That's obviously chess.com doing that. All right, go chess.com, but stay there. All right, so a million moves were made. Chess.com decided to wait. Rook a6, that's the engine move. He wants to double up on the bubble up. Rook b6 is forced. And now black's pawn structure is ruined. Ruined. Now let's ask Karen, which Family Guy character says ruined instead of ruined? Let's go, Scam Train. Stewie. Yeah. Also, he says cool whip instead of cool whip.
I didn't remember that.
What? All right. Go, Scam Train. All right. Now we got queen g3 check. And then Magnus thought he was Hikaru. He forgot who he was. And he touched his king. And then he realized it hangs mate. So he said he didn't touch his king. And then people were confused. But since it's Magnus's tournament, they let him get away with it. All right. Knight g6, obviously. And now, remember, just in case Ginger GM is watching, put it in H. And the engine says Hikaru's better. Look at Hikaru attacking Magnus. Bam! Gotcha. Okay, f5 from Magnus. Magnus wants to take this pawn. Put it in H. f4. Magnus wants to take the queen. And now, even though the queen is hanging, for the first time in his life, Hikaru said to Magnus, gotcha, bitch, and took the knight. Bam! Look at those tactics. Okay, and now, if you take this, you just lose in a shallow and pedantic way. Okay, and black resigns. So that didn't happen. Instead, Magnus took with the H pawn, and Magnus has more pawns than atoms in the universe. However, pieces are better than pawns. So Magnus' position is not good. And then Haruki play queen g4. So Hikaru with rook a6, h4, h5, hg. Great play from Hikaru, making up for the first game where he didn't play so well. So Magnus has 3 pawns for a piece, but Magnus's king is worse. The bishop is pretty good. The h-file's open for white. Good winning chances for Hikaru. How will Hikaru blow this? I mean, now let's look at the other game. It's Firouzja versus Ding. The last time we looked, we had this position in the knight Orff. White was forced to take the knight. Okay, that's called the Jeffrey Osborne defense. Do you know why? Is it George Benson or Jeffrey Osborne? Damn, could be George Benson. It's probably George Benson. Damn. Oh, give me the knight. Uh-huh. 2 knight. So he took the knight. Is that George Benson? All right. Bishop takes. What's that?
I think it's George.
No. Now you're just, the Alan Parsons project. Boo. Okay. Bishop takes c5. D takes c5. Queen e1. Queen c7. And now he had all he could stands. He can't stands no more. And he played g4. Rawr. Mad. And the engine says black is better because this bishop is frankly terrible. Also, this rook is no great rook. This pawn's weak. Black's attacking. So Dinglerin has the advantage, but as we used to say back in the day, it's triple-edged. Triple-edged. All right. Somebody said Hikaru blundered, but Hikaru hasn't moved in my board. Probably in chess 24 he moved, but not on the real board. Good old John getting me again. Yeah, the truth hurts. All right, so go Hikaru, my favorite player. All right, now Ding played HG, and then after takes rook d8. Remember, if white tries to checkmate, black will always play bishop f8, so he's not worried. The only thing that he's worried about is my hype train. I just got a text from Ding, and he's like, I'm not worried about this attack, but your hype train is slowing down. And I said, you mean the scam train? And he says, yeah, we don't call it that here. So 500 centidues. Go Vanjari. All right, so this pawn structure, no good. This pawn, no good. This pawn's isolated. This bishop's no good. D4 for the black rook. And material's equal, and white has an open G file. Okay, he improved his bishop slightly, just slightly. And as I indicated earlier, D4 is a good square for the rook, and then some. So Ding Liren will obviously play rook D4 here with a nice advantage. He can defend his pawn with bishop here, knight here, double up on the bubble up, attack on the queen side, and Ding has a big advantage here. This says Magnus hasn't moved yet. Chess.com connection lost, reconnecting. All right. JCR 202-207 gifted a sub again. And we have 1,257 viewers to do. JK Quixote is gifting a sub, putting us at level 3. Go Hype Train. Go Scam Train. 100 centidues from some kind of Patrick. Level 4 complete. I thought we were on level 3. Now I'm confused. All right, well, we're on level 5. I missed a couple levels. We had to level up. All right, and then he played bishop f8. Ding Liren following a very important rule. Always play bishop f8. Not as good as rook d4, but good enough. So will he play knight d5? Will he pretend Ginger GM is watching? Will he trade rooks? Will he play rook g1? The answer is fries. In all instances, Ding has the advantage. Not winning, but the advantage. Like every minute says connection lost, trying to reconnect. Go chess.com. Now, is it me? Oh, I think I have to refresh. I think I blundered. Oh, it wasn't me. It was chess.com stopped working. I actually am kicked off of chess.com, I think. Because when I push refresh, nothing happens. Good. Yeah, actually, I'm off the server. Let's see. Please wait. It's taking longer than usual to connect. Change settings. All right, I think I'll wait. JK Quixote gifted a sub. 100 centidues. Nakapuki's winning. Correct. I thought I was a toonie. I'm a loony. Rescinding their sponsorship. Luckily, they've never sponsored me, so they'll have to rescind it. Yeah, I'm off of chess.com. I got nothing. All right, well, new post. Good. Please wait. It's taking longer than usual. Can you remove the pawn that face humps you when people sub? What? I'm not sure what you're talking about, but thank you for your comment. Banned for criticizing chess.com. Yes, sir, story time. I'm so old, I remember the time Hikaru beat Magnus. He did it once. Yeah. Go, Ben. Go chess.com. You guys know what you're doing. Well, that's not good. I'm kicked off of chess.com. Boo. Please wait. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. Chess.com couldn't handle the fact that Hikaru was winning, so it just got destroyed. Yeah. All right, we got that scam train going. It's at 31%. Thanks for the 100 centidues, everybody. Frankly, terrible. Magnus making sure you can't watch on chess.com. You have to go to chess24. Terrible. Frankly, ridiculous. 100 centidues. Please wait. Boo. What if I can get it on my phone? Now then it would kick me off here. Terrible. I didn't think chess.com would go down, and I didn't think they would not show the games, but they got me good twice. Beam me up, Snotty subscribed. Good, good. Magnus did not resign, morons. Yeah. Go, Magnus. Please wait. Let's see if people are complaining on Slack. Cut me some slack. The truth hurts. Yeah, people are complaining a lot on the Slack. Just chill. Team is working on it. All right. Everybody in Slack is like, I can't get to the server. Wah. Yay, the hype train. Go scam train.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Why does the chess.com server go down like twice a week? I'm not saying it goes down a lot, but why does it go down so much? I want the real answers.
They need better technical team.
That's why?
Yeah, they just need better people.
If you can call them people. 18 subs, 2,000 bits on the scam train.
Shouldn't go down this much.
But when their server goes down, or so they claim, that they should get a different server, or it's their fault.
They should get different technical people
Yeah.
in charge of managing the situation so they can figure out whether it's a hardware issue or what the issue is. They don't have the right people managing it.
Man, the truth hurts. Oh, Danny sometimes unplugs the servers to change his phone. That's true. Yeah.
They just don't have the right people.
Scam train approaching the whaleway. It goes down because of Pat Buchanan and fries. I can't show you anything because it's all, everything's down. Server is up. I got nothing. I can't show you anything. Danny tripped over the server cord.
Darn. I can't find a good picture of Hikaru.
It's just live chess because I'm still getting like friend requests and chess club requests, and I can accept them, but I can't get into live chess.
Yeah, I can't get in either.
Terrible. The problem with chess24 is I'd have to fix the board, which would take, years. I couldn't do it. Let's see, watch live. All right, well, that's game one. That's close. This says he got checkmated. Hey, actually, you guys can see the whole board. How can you guys see the whole board? How'd that work? All right, never mind. I'll show you this. All right, so the last time we looked, it was like this. This was the position with Queen G4. And the engine wants to play Queen E7. Queen C8's a bad move because now Haruki wants to Nakapuki him. Queen F6. Check. Yeah, here comes, now he just gets in there with his Queen, Rook, and Bishop. God damn. Now that's an attack. F3 check. Never play F3 check. Yep. Get him, Ma. All right, very easy win for Hikaru. But rook a6 was good. h4, h5 was good. Hikaru went all in with f5, f6. And actually, that wasn't necessarily good for white, but it wasn't met correctly by Magnus. So in this position, Magnus should have played knight d5. The engine actually prefers black after knight d5. But I understand not playing knight d5. White takes on g7. Then it says rook e8 and it says black's better. I understand not doing that. But yeah, after this, his king is really exposed. And now the engine wants him to sack the exchange with queen d6. That stops rook a6 and defends the f pawn. And black already has 2 pawns for an exchange. So yeah, Magnus didn't play well. It's a 15-minute game. Magnus didn't play very well. He shouldn't have taken on f6, shouldn't have played rook e8, and now he's just in a lot of trouble. I mean, he's just getting attacked, and it's a never-ending attack. The engine actually likes these moves, f5, f4, and then here it doesn't like the way he defended because he let Hikaru infiltrate on the dark squares. Although here that looks just terrible. Frankly, terrible. Yeah, there's games all day. The games never stop. There's always a million games. All right, now we'll look at Firouzja's game. The last position we looked at was bishop f8. Always play bishop f8. h4, putting it in h. Queen b7, threatening the e pawn. Not recommended by the engine. Queen g2. Rook d4. Now the engine says white's better. It doesn't like that he let white play h4, h5. Recommended by Ginger GM. Knight takes. Wow, this is when you know it's an engine. The engine move here is king a1 because the knight on e4 is pinned. Now, obviously, if you repin it with something like bishop f3, which he did, you can play knight takes c3 check. So the engine wants to play king a1, so knight takes c3 isn't check, then you can't do that. So king a1 is the engine move. And after bishop f3, we're back to equality, it says. Pretty complicated equality. Bishop's on f8, though. Yeah, this is super complicated. Wow. Both sides getting mated. Material's crazy. Crazy like Fox News. Takes. It says b takes c4 is a blunder. It says after rook d2, white's winning. White's up in exchange. It doesn't think black has enough compensation. I don't know how you play rook d2 and hang your a3 pawn, but the engine does. Anyway, he took this more human move. Now it says black's better because white's king isn't too good. White's king is like Karen an hour ago. All right, rook c3, queen takes. That's a triple question mark move, it says, because bishop takes a3 now wins. You can't play rook takes as a rook b8 check. So according to the engine, rook here, and he found it, Ding played bishop takes a3 winning. If rook takes a3, rook b8 check is winning. So now it says black wins. Black has a bishop and 2 pawns for a rook, and black's king is much safer. So the losing move for Firouzja was in this position. The engine says king a2 is about equal, maybe a little better for black. And this is a blunder because he missed bishop takes a3. You can't play rook takes a3 because of rook b8 check. And now your rook's attacked, so now you're just getting crushed. Now, both sides have about a minute, but this looks pretty easy to play for black because white's king is perpetually in a checkmating net. Black has extra pawns. Black's bishop is probably better than white's rook because the bishop can go to f6. Black's king is obviously much safer. Queen d8 is an excellent move, defending the bishop, defending the rook, threatening rook b8, and he's just winning. Rook d3 is the only move. That's a crazy tactical move that somebody like Firouzja could find. Rook to d3, recommended by Fox News due to its craziness. After rook d3, queen f8 is the best move, threatening the rook and threatening rook b8. Rook d2, not as good as rook d3, although it doesn't matter, they both lose. Queen f8 is good. Now we're threatening rook b8 winning the queen. The bishop's coming to f6. Bishop's coming to b4. It's 1:30 to 10 seconds. So Ding's going to win this game. King c2 getting out of the pin. Now rook b8 doesn't win the queen. Bishop f6 wins. I'm guessing bishop b4 also won. Yeah, this game's over. Here comes rook b8, and here comes the shack attack. All right, so Firouzja's just trying not to lose on time here, but on the board, it's over. Very complicated double-edged game. That's the kind of game you think Firouzja would outplay Ding when it's really messy like that. But, you know, it's a coin toss. When the position is that messy, anything can happen. The engine keeps saying black is +6, +7, +8. Black's up 2 pawns and mating white, and white has no threats. And the engine now announces mate with queen a3 check. Queen b4 check seems like a more human move. All right, now white's advancing his king in the endgame. Good strategy. The engine says black is +62. God damn. This is the weak engine. All right, let's see how chess.com is doing.
I can make you a layout.
Nah. Yeah, they'll fix it. Fix it, fix it, fix it. Fix it, fix it, fix it. Live chess is unavailable? All right. Well, what are you going to do? Queen d2 check, king c5, exclam. Former muscle. Rook b5, king c6. If Hikaru, blah, blah, blah. I don't get it, but I'm going to allow it. Exciting game. Ding is winning. Really? Yeah. See, what you guys at home like to do is somebody wins a tournament and you're like, that's the greatest player who ever lived. Then somebody else wins the next tournament and you're like, he's the greatest player that ever lived, because you guys got a lot going on in there. So when Firouzja won the match last week against Magnus, you're like, he's the greatest player who ever lived and he's the world champion, and, you know, Firouzja's going to win this tournament, and, you know, and some more jokes. Firouzja's a good player, but there's a lot of good players. Ding's better than Firouzja, but maybe in 15-minute he's not. Maybe. But in slow chess he is. All right, Firouzja resigned due to having no pawns. It's pandemonium. All right, good game by Ding. Unusual technique, but still good. Not the way that, you know, the engine would have won it, but he's not using an engine. So it's funny, like the last 5 days, everybody in my stream is like, how do they stop the players from cheating? You're the guys who are cheating. These guys aren't cheating. Just because you guys cheat every game doesn't mean these guys do. Will Ali Reza be the greatest of all time? Everybody's the greatest of all time. Everybody is. You guys think everybody's the greatest of all time. Terrible. First you thought it was Fischer, but you weren't alive yet, so you changed your mind. Then you thought it was Kasparov, but you were a baby, so you're like, who's Kasparov? Then you were like, it was Magnus. Then Magnus lost a blitz match on the internet, so now it's whoever beat him. Terrible. I guess if Naroditsky plays 10 games of 1 minute against Magnus and beats him 5.5, 4.5, I guess Naroditsky's the greatest player who ever lived. Frankly, ridiculous. The 2 greatest heavyweights, DK79, are Muhammad Ali and, Karen? The 2 greatest heavyweights, Muhammad Ali and Cassius Clay.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go. Karen got it. Yeah. Mike Tyson, Sultan Khan, right. That's right. Twitchy understands it. Magnus greatest of all time. Ali Reza beats Magnus in Banter Blitz equals greatest of all time. Right. Exactly. Well, Ali Reza just lost 1 game with white, so I guess Ding's the greatest of all time.
Yay.
I'm not sure how that happened. Yeah. Something. Everybody's the greatest who ever lived. Rocky Marciano never lost, 49-0. Rawr. Daniel would be top 5 if Bullet was a thing. On the internet he would be, not in real life. Debugger to be. Can you fix the board? No. That is pretty good, the board. You can see the whole board. That's I'm not complaining. Andrew Galata is the greatest boxer who ever lived. What? Pretty suspicious. Rocky Balboa. Now there's a boxer. All right, let's see. Home, play, live chess. No, it's just my messages from insane people. Darn. I can't even get into live chess. Like, I can't get there. I can't get a chessboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it became worse. Let's see what chess.com has to say for themselves. One reply. 60 minutes, question mark. Nice. Oh, man, they got him good.
What was it?
Chess.com said, just chill, the team's working on it. And one person wrote, 60 minutes, question mark. Yeah, they got him good. Apollo Creed, Einstein passed away. So as you guys all know, a couple of days ago, Brian Dennehy passed away. He was about 81. And I think his first big break was in Rambo when he played the sheriff. Yeah, he was a football player too before he was an actor. Go Brian Dennehy. Let's see. Craziness. Isn't there an offline board? Why was my message removed? All right. If Ali Reza beats Ding, is Ali Reza the greatest? I guess, yeah. That's the way it goes. Yeah. When he wasn't Brian Boitano. That's right. Chess.com is down. Needs to be fixed. That's correct. We have this tiny board that we, here. So that's pretty good. All right. So we got game 3. There we go. Perfect. Can I even make this bigger? Can I change the way this looks? Detach video, theater mode, chat, notation. Oh, horrible. God, this is the worst software ever except for chess.com. Terrible. Downtime will be less than 60 minutes. Good, good. Could you crop it in OBS? Probably. Then I have to fix it again? Man, harsh. Let's see.
Duplicate it, so you shouldn't modify the saying you can duplicate it and then
Yeah, I can't be doing all that.
it's one click.
What?
I wouldn't modify your chess.com settings. It's really easy to
In OBS you're saying?
in the layouts, yeah.
In OBS?
Yes.
It's one click?
Yeah, you right click and
Uh-huh.
say duplicate.
Then what?
Then you have it and then you can do whatever you want to. and then
Right
go back to
click.
this.
Nothing says duplicate.
Maybe replicate.
Nope.
Alright.
It's the 50 clicks.
You have the scene selected?
What scene? You mean chessboard?
The whole scene itself.
I don't even know what that means.
You know how you have one for live chess
Oh, yeah.
and for
Mhm.
tactics?
Yeah.
If you take the live chess one and you duplicate it, then you can make all sorts of changes to it and then go back to chess.com and not have to do anything.
Please enter the name of the duplicate scene.
Yeah.
Live Chess 2.
Just call it
All
Live
right.
Chess 24.
But I called it Live Chess 2.
Well, whatever you want to call it, and that way you don't mess up your chess.com one.
But I can't do it. No matter what I do, it doesn't work.
Real easy.
No, I mean, I can't make it better.
Aw.
All right. Frankly, horrible. All right. And then, let's see. Where's my sub goal? Chessboard. All right, good enough. All right, back to whatever it is I was doing. Now it looks incredibly stupid, but better. Yeah. Use a real board. Boo. What? I thought that was good what I did. They said what I did made it worse.
I haven't even looked at it.
Well,
What'd you do?
I made it look better.
Let me
Yeah.
see.
Crop more, then make larger. What? I don't know how to make it larger or crop more. You can zoom on browser. Why do you have a chess.com logo at the top of your screen? And so forth. Maybe chess.com could just get their server to work instead of making me do the work. Yeah. Remove the stuff at the top of the bottom. Really? I don't know. I sort of like the way it looks now, but all right. I could do that.
Yeah, that's.
How do I make it look prettier? Let's see. Let's see here. Is that prettier? And then this.
I mean, it's fine. You could make it better.
It could be marginally better. I've destroyed the universe, it says. Darn. That's pretty good. That's better than it was, right? I like the way that looks. All right. That's the best you're going to do. Much better. Pretty good. Zoom in on Naka. That actually is pretty good for me, since I don't know what I'm doing. Look at it. That is a lot better than it did look, I must admit. Yeah. Yeah. All right. The more you donate, the better it looks. Although it's not, marginally better. All right. Let's check out chess.com. Live chess. Let's see. Live chess unavailable, less than 60 minutes. All right. I got to see people complaining on Slack because that's funny to me. Let's see. He's apologizing to me, but I'm like, yeah, whatever. Shit happens. Chess.com events should always be stable, even if there's some stability issues on live. All right, huge traffic today. There is huge traffic. I got 3 times more viewers than I usually do on my Twitch channel. So, all right. What are you going to do? That actually doesn't look terrible.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It would be nice if you could make the background black. But,
Make the background black? The background of the chess 24?
Yeah. Oh, that's from Chess 24.
I don't know how to do that.
I think you would have.
If I knew how to do that, I would.
On your browser, you would do a dark theme. It's too much trouble.
Even then, I don't know if it would work. It might work. Yeah. All right. So they're playing, and they're playing the same opening as last time. So this is the same they did before. Everything's the same. Okay. And here he played C. This is the exact same game they played in game 1. Yep. B4, A3. He played H6 here. Okay, now he's thinking. I didn't like H6. $2. Put your webcam close to the monitor and use a magnifying glass. Ooh, that is a good idea. That is a $2 kind of, 200 centidues. Okay, so he played H6, which I didn't like. Okay, yeah, the last game he played Bishop B7, Queen C8, Bishop A6. I thought he would play Bishop A6 right away, and he did this game. Okay, to me that makes more sense. Yeah, now if Magnus plays Bishop C2, then he can't castle. So they played the usual way. All right, yeah, so this is better than what Hikaru did last time. So we're still in the preparation of both players, but this I like better than what Hikaru did before. Now Hikaru's going to trade everything and not play his Bishop D8 to C7. Trade on B4, trade on C5, trade all the rooks, etc. And this is very close to equal. Yeah. $4, Xenoid 1. Thank you. How does Hikaru compare to Naka? Pretty similar. Okay, so game 1, Magnus won, and it was this opening. Then game 2, Hikaru won. And in the other match, the first game was a draw, and Ding beat Firouzja with black the second game in a very, 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 very sharp Najdorf. Very. And this doesn't look like they've started yet. I guess because their game ended later. So, no. They're supposed to start at the same time in game 3. I don't know. 100 centidues. If there's a tiebreaker, they play an Armageddon game. Okay, so queen back to C2. Hikaru obviously out of whatever prep he has in this line. And so forth. Mainly and so forth. Sharp Nightorth is rather redundant. It is a little redundant. It was sharp even for a Nightorth. Yeah. Go Chewbacca. Look, Chewbacca's a Wookiee, so you must acquit. That's the Chewbacca defense. No. That don't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. You must acquit. All right, Hikaru's thinking, not his strong suit. Then we have the Fallujah game with Ding. Ding's up a point. Knight B6. What? What's happening? What? The Fallujah made a move on move 3 I've never seen before, and I'll never see again. What? What's happening? Knight B6. What is this, a 15-minute game? Knight B6. What? This actually does look a lot better. I like the way it looks now. Knight B6. All right. Something. All right. Somehow the knight's on B6. I mean, it stops C4, but obviously white can play for E4. Can also play for C4 by playing like knight D2, B3. Well, he got Ding out of his prep. Clap, 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 clap. Knight D7 to B6. Never in all my years. Man. Yeah, it looks like I'm playing a 1-minute game and I'm kidding. Yeah. Yeah, Man with a Cat just explained the Chewbacca defense in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. And if that doesn't make any sense, you must acquit. Yeah, who told you to put a bomb on? I didn't know what it would do. Nobody knows what a bomb's going to do. Yeah. All right, knight D2. Good, good. All right, I want to go back to move 3. Knight B6. God damn. I mean, I like it. I don't hate it. It's like funny. All right. It's not, it's creative and such. All right, back to a real game. He's still playing that stupid bishop D8. Rook C8. Rook takes. Bishop D8. Not a fan. I mean, to me, this isn't like Hikaru-like. This is more of a Magnus kind of position. He needs a different opening. Fallujah is probably playing under the FIDE flag, I would guess. Yeah. He doesn't have a country, so he plays under FIDE. Come on, $1 million, no whammy. Stop! $2.03. Hooray. Thanks, Vanjari. We have over 1,200 viewers to do. You all right?
Oh, I just messed up my Naka email.
Yeah, I can't believe something. I have a lot of Naka emotes from the Naka channel. He's going to steal those emotes. I'm sure that's legal. Let's see. I'm going to show you my Naka emotes. One of them is really funny. I mean, they're all sort of funny. Are you watching the chat?
Me?
Yeah, I have like 10 Naka emotes.
Oh.
That's from Naka's channel.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah. Go Naka. Can you please comment on Ding Fallujah's opening? I've never seen knight b6. See, sometimes when it goes d4, knight f3, g3, black plays an early b5 to stop white from playing c4. That's been done. I've never seen knight b6 to stop c4. Never. That's a new move. I've never seen that move. The knight's really dumb on b6, but it does stop c4. So if white doesn't play c4 and just plays regular chess, the knight's not good on b6. Not controlling, a lot of the center squares. All right, he played c4, which I don't think is the right move. But all right, the Ding's better than I am. I thought he should play for e4, but he will play for e4. Once this d pawn's gone, he's going to play e4. Now, white wants to open the position because black's development is a little suspicious. So, advantage to white. Magnus thinking forever. Good, good. I'm surprised Knight B6 has ever been played, Igor, but thanks for finding games. And Accord has 2 R's, not 1. If you thought Accord was hard to spell, try to spell occurrence. And then some. Right, sweetie? And Karen agrees. I give Karen lots of spelling tests, like Accord, carburetor, flocky knocky nihilifications. No? I never gave her that word. Yeah. Hey, ICP 1994 actually spelled occurrence correctly. Ridiculous. Yeah. Go TNT chess. It is ridiculous. Almost 1,400 viewers. It's like people want to see this chess. All right. I'm not a big fan of Bishop D8, but once again, the players are a lot better than me, or so they think. Although my lifetime record is probably plus. Let's see. In FIDE rated chess, Drew Hikaru beat Caruana and never played the other players. Let's see, MVL, not in FIDE rated chess. That guy, the other guy. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. Well, I beat Fabi when he was 2 years old. Maybe he was 1. I think it was his second birthday. His birthday was the next day. So when Fabi was 1, I beat him. Then he turned 2 the next day. So that's pretty good. All right. Yeah. No, I've only played the 2 games. I've played all the guys like in Rapid and Blitz and Internet, but not in, rated slow chess. All right, Magnus decided not to move. That was an unusual decision. Yeah, there we go. I like what Ding's doing. Yeah, takes and then E4. Good. Yeah, I don't like D takes C4, giving the E4. I don't like that. Yeah, I like what White's doing. Yeah. Queen E2, that's good. Rook D1 seems all right. Yeah. Yeah, this position just seems bad for Black. This just seems like a bad Catalan. Oh, the bishop's on G6. Yeah, this seems good for White. Good. Yeah, Ding's too good. From your PCL, STL days. God damn. When I was in STL, there was no PCL. There was only the USCL. Now, there was one PCL because we won. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I forgot what happened. I think mainly I won and drew, but I forgot. I could be wrong. Probably right, though, but probably not right. Okay, we got some trades. Magnus played Queen C1, tripling up on the bubble up. Bishop C7, and they traded everything. All right, and Magnus thinks he's better because he has more space on the queen side. So they traded bishops, they traded rooks. They're probably going to trade more rooks. And Magnus is going to put the squeeze on. Trying is the first step to failure. Ben, can you sponsor my channel? I'll give $250. What does can you sponsor my channel mean? What? If I sponsor your channel, how are you giving me money? Have you played Vladislav Kachiev? I might have played him on the internet, but I didn't know it. But I've never played him in real life. Chess.com server seems to be alive again. Seems to be. Yay, there we go. Within 60 minutes, it's back up. In live chess, they have game 1 and they have game 2, but they don't have game 3 up. In live chess, they don't have it up. So, yeah. I mean, it might be in the events, but it's not in live chess. Not yet.
Did you change your scene in
No, that's the scene for the chess 24.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If I was going to go back, I would go back, but I'm not going back.
Okay.
So they don't have the game up. They have the games from the first 2 games. They don't have the 3rd game up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. All right, Hikaru played Queen B7. Good. And they're going to fight for the A file. You got to fight for your right to trade all the pieces off and be slightly better. Dun, 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 dun. So the engine wants White to play Rook A3 followed by Queen A1 and take over the A file. All right. White has the smallest of advantages, more space. Black is a bit cramped. Hikaru shaking his head a lot. Yeah, he does that. Yeah. How much money for sponsor? Don't understand the question. Anyway, ask all stupid questions like that to Trying to Learn and Karen. Then they can ban you. All right. I got chess.com, but when I went to live chess, they didn't have game 3 up. They only had games 1 and 2. Let's see. Now they got games 1 and 2, no game 3. So the scene's not messed up. I'm just looking and then coming back. All right. The browser doesn't need to be fixed. The browser's fine. Everything's good. You guys are all just insane. All right. Everything's better than perfect. Also, I move it up and down a lot to get you guys dizzy. He's asking how much for you to support his channel. Don't be a sellout. Again, Karen and Trying to Learn, then you're banned. Don't ask me dumb questions like that. Is Naka allowed to leave his seat during the game? I don't think they have slavery anywhere, so I'm going to say yeah. You're allowed to do whatever you want. That's, yeah. All right, there's some money or something. $3.69. I like Chess24. Anything's better than chess.com. Exotic Nick donated. Thanks, Exotic Nick. Yeah, I guess if you have to go to the bathroom, then you got to go to the bathroom. Also, let's say, for example, Nakamura has an engine on the other side of the another. How's he supposed to look at it unless he gets up? Parry is pretty good. All right, so Magnus played Rook A3, as we discussed. He wants to take over the A file. The next move is Queen A1, and so forth. So he's hoping with his A file domination, plus his space advantage, plus the weakness on C6, he can get a big advantage. Got to hope for something. Yeah. And, okay, we got Firouzja Ding. My engine says that Firouzja's already losing. I mean, knight b6, I don't know. Let's see, can I go back? Yeah. Okay, so last time we looked was bishop b4 is the last move. Knight e5, threatening the bishop and the c4 pawn. c3. Okay. So, yeah, Firouzja's playing a little iffy here. Black's not castling, and Black has no center, and Black's position makes no sense. But Black is a pawn ahead. So that's the compensation. He's got to be careful that White doesn't play bishop a3 and prevent castling forever. Forever. Yeah, let me move that down a little. Good. Yeah, maybe down a little more. Well, even more. All right. So he could take on d4, but he played it safe with castles. Otherwise, he's never going to castle. And then White could play bishop a3 attacking the rook, but he just played knight b3, which is also good. And this is a terrible position for Black. Black has an extra pawn, but at what cost? The White has the nice center. White has knight c5 coming. White has bishop a3. White can get the two bishops whenever he wants. The knight on b6 is no good. So this is a big advantage to White. White has a time advantage. White stacking paper to the ceiling. He's giving him COVID through the internet. Yeah, damn. He plays for a country. His opponent has no country. All kinds of advantages. Daster95 subscribed. Good. All right. So for some reason, which doesn't make any sense, it says I have 1,540 viewers. How did I go from like 1,200? What? Why don't you want to watch Lawrence Trent say nonsense? Oh, wait, maybe not. I can say nonsense. Yeah. All right. That's a good amount of viewers. We need somebody to donate 1,000 subs. Everybody's a sub. Yeah. H takes G4? What? I don't get it. Yeah, I don't like Firouzja's position. I don't like it. I like White's position. White's got great knights. The bishop's going to a3. He's It's got the big center. Knight on b6 is dumb. The bishop on c3 is dumb. And black's up a pawn. All right. But white's going to play like g4, f4, f5, Donkey Kong style. So, yeah. The Chess24 commentary is not in English? I don't believe that. I think Chess24 has commentary in 9 languages. I think you just got to click on the English one. Although if it was Lawrence Trent, then maybe you're right. So they're playing 4 games per day. If after 4 games the score is 2-2, then they play an Armageddon game. So this is game 3 of the 4 games. Yeah, it's not possible to donate 1,000 subs.
Hey,
Do I believe that? Even because you have no money? That would be the reason. Yeah.
I added a questions command.
What do you mean?
If you type in exclam questions.
All right, so Karen added a command she claims, exclam questions. Email Karen with all dumb questions. Good. Okay, Firouzja played queen e7. That prevents bishop a3. Yeah. But yeah, his position's just bad. Now, black has an extra pawn, but right now the pawn's meaningless because black's pawns can't move. So white's pieces are better. White's center is better. The knight on b6. The bishop on c3 is not good. So white has a big advantage. But it's a 15-minute game. So, you know. You can only give to 100 subs at a time? That's crazy. Exclam questions to ask Karen questions. It's Karen. All right, back to Carlsen's game. They traded everything. What? Who? Okay, so after rook a3, Hikaru played knight e8. Good. He wants the knight to go to c7 so he can challenge the a file. I guess that's what happened. That is what happened. What's that? Oh, she's talking on the phone. Okay. Takes. So the reason Hikaru played knight e8 was to play knight c7, queen a6, and challenge the file. And they did that. Okay, so now they have this ending. Ooh, f6. I was going to say it should be in the draw zone, but after f6, it's obviously over. All right, and knight d2. So white's slightly better because white has more space. But black only has one problem. That's the c6 pawn. Usually if you have only one problem, you should be okay. Obviously, Magnus is a better endgame player. But you would expect Hikaru to draw this ending since it is drawn with correct play. And, you know, he has as much time or more. What's that? Were you talking on the phone?
I was talking to you trying to learn.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me and you were from another room. I was like, what?
Have a sponsor.
Can we donate beard dye to Ben via Amazon? You can. We're going to return it for refund. So, yeah. Okay, Magnus played f4, putting it in f. Magnus likes to have lots and lots of space. I'm squeezing Hikaru. You can't move. Rawr. Also, etc. All right, let's see how Firouzja's doing. Not good. Bishop g5. I pin you. You don't pin me. It's funny. Normally, when you play g3 and a guy plays bishop g5 and black plays h6, let's say, you can't play bishop h4 because g5 traps the bishop. But g5 is not legal. Also, after h6, I could take the bishop, move my bishop away. So bishop g5 is annoying. You can't. See, that's why the bishop on c3 isn't good. If I could play bishop e7 now, then I wouldn't care. Right? And then I would sing, if I didn't care. Right? Karen agrees.
I don't know what song that is.
You know, Red Fox used to sing it a lot on Sanford and Son. It's from 19 Dickety. Which do you prefer, curry or chicken curry? What? Is it vegan chicken? What? 1,500 viewers. That's Fox Newsworthy. Man. That's the most viewers we've ever had when it wasn't a world championship. When we had Carlsen Caruana, we had 1,500 viewers. But I think that was the last time. So you guys are the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone I ever met, except everybody else. Yeah. Chickens eat anything, so they're not vegan. No. All right, we have 1,500 viewers. We need some more subs. Give everybody a sub. Yeah, Faruja's thinking forever. This is a bad position. Too passive. Not good. Boo. All right, Magnus is gaining space on the king side. He's playing king f3, g4. So Magnus has a huge space advantage on both sides of the board. G5, good. The engine doesn't like f4, g4, king f3. It says white's all talking a badge, he has nothing. So the engine says it's equal, but Magnus must think he has a nice advantage because of all the space that he has. Time situation's fine for both players. Very good for both players. You don't think Steph Curry is a vegan? I don't know. Would you marry Magnus? I don't know. I'd probably have to ask Karen that. Let's see. Chicken curry too strong. Chicken curry's the best. Yeah, I don't know about that. Naka took the knight and didn't care when Magnus attacked his queen. I don't remember. Can Ben marry Magnus? Depends what country it is. Karen would definitely not marry Magnus. You can't marry Magnus, he said. You don't want to. Truth hurts. That's right. Well, I mean, I think they assume that we're not married. You know, I die of COVID or something. Yeah. All right, let's have a thing. Oh, it's a current poll. Which do you prefer, with prefer spelled incorrectly in the poll? I'm not kidding. That's curry, chicken curry, and curry fries. What if it means curly fries? Now let's vote for curry fries. We have to have a new poll. If I die of COVID and then the next day Magnus asked Karen to marry him, what would she say? We have to have that kind of poll. And I mean, if Karen votes in the poll, that's tough. Yeah. Harsh. Yeah. I spent all my channel points on fries. Go fries. I forgot Steph Curry from the poll. Also, you spell prefer wrong. Otherwise, yeah. She would just say, yes, I prefer that. I prefer that. Good job. And so forth. Yeah, you didn't put Tim Curry in there. I definitely would have voted for Tim Curry, for sure. Yeah. Why does the engine not like F5? Let's see. G5. F5. Rawr. I guess it thinks the F5 pawn is weak. Like, take on F5, maneuver the black knights around to attack the pawn. But yeah, I mean, Magnus wants to win. He has the white pieces. He's not going to do anything where there's a chance for a draw. So it doesn't like F5. I understand. After the trade, black can play H5. The F5 pawn can be weak. But Magnus just thinks moving, contributed 14,000 channel points. What? All right. I don't understand the poll, but all right. Poll's over. Chicken curry it is. Could Jesus beat Magnus in a chess game? Depends if Magnus is in good form or not. 969. We want to see gorgeous Karen. Exotic Nick. That's what it says. Yeah, she's like, nah, man. She's busy.
I'm making some emotes.
How old is Naka mentally? Between 1 and 2, I guess. Between 1 and 2. All right, F5, putting pressure on Naka. The engine doesn't like it. By the way, if Magnus was playing an engine, he wouldn't be like F4, G4, F5. He'd chill. But he's playing Naka, so yeah. Who would you rather marry? This should be a poll.
Okay.
Naka or Joe Exotic? Frankly, Naka. This guy said Joe Exotic 100%.
Oh, no.
This guy said, who's Naka?
No.
Joe's winning in the chat. Joe Exotic. But he would sing. He would sing Joe Exotic. You like the way he sings.
Yeah, yes.
Now, what if Naka was singing? I mean, that's not good. Got to get Joe Exotic in there.
Joe's got a nice voice.
This guy said Naka's not as bad as Ben makes out, but you still can't marry him. still weird. Come on, you're walking around the house. You're like half naked, and there's tigers walking around. Come on, what's wrong with that? And that's a Naka's house. Yeah. All right, that's the poll. Here we go. Who would you rather marry, Naka or Joe Exotic? That's the poll. Yeah. I'm going to have to abstain from the poll.
Obviously.
It's like 50-50 right now. Man. Joe Exotic or Naka? Isn't Joe Exotic only into dudes? You know. Who's to say? Never mind. Is that your daughter in the background picture? No. Would you marry Steph Curry if he gave you vegan curry and fries with period your whole life? That is tempting. All right. Now, Naka did not like the engine line of taking on F5. Didn't like it. He played E5. Both sides playing for a win. Both sides trying to win. That's how we do it in the Magnus Invitational. No draws. Rawr. I would like to point out. Can I point it out? 4 games have been played, 1 draw.
Yeah.
See, no draw. Yeah, there's been 1 draw. Rawr, no draws. All right. This is the Sophie's Choice. Good. All right. Now back to, this is Magnus. Back to Firouzja, who's already completely losing. Frankly, losing. All right. Firouzja's going to resign soon, so we better hurry up and look at this game. Okay, after Bishop G5, what did we miss? Queen A3, trapping his own queen. Rook D3, the best move. Yeah, Queen A3. I just ate. Queen A3, god damn. Firouzja making sure he loses all of his pieces. Knight A4, good. Putting it in H. I mean, these pieces are trapped over here. That's terrible. Also, this bishop is trapped. All right, C5. Bishop takes F6. Knight C4. God damn. I don't know. It looks like White's just winning a queen. I don't know. Isn't White just winning a queen here? What's happening? Queen B4, Knight BD2. And then H5 is coming? God damn. All right. Yeah. So all of these pieces are trapped, and this is trapped. Firouzja has all his pieces trapped. I don't know how he did it. He's a genius. All right, he has to give his queen away because he had to. I don't know. God damn. All right, he's playing for tricks. Tricks are for kids. Now, these tricks might work in a 30-second game against the 2400 IM, but he's playing Ding. So basically, he's going to be down a rook for a queen. That's not good. All right. Let's see who won. Naka wins for getting married, 62%. He beat Joe Exotic. Almost 2-1. People gave lots of channel points for that. Yeah, that's good. All right, HGB. Yeah, this is the engine line. Yeah, the engine just says White's up a queen. And he's up a minute and a half. So, terrible play this game from Firouzja. Just terrible. Back to Magnus. Okay, the engine says all zeros. Knight C1, E4 check, and draw. All right. I mean, I can't imagine either side losing this. I'm not even sure how they would lose it. This position is hard to lose for either side. So this should be a draw. All right, that's sort of boring. Firouzja's going to be down 2.5. God damn. GH7, good. Okay, so Firouzja's losing and has less time. And you guys said he was the greatest player who ever lived. So I guess Ding is now. I don't know. And also, Ding was in 6th place in the candidates. So I guess those other 5 guys are the greatest player who ever lived. All right. Well, thank you, Nick Azimo. based on the internet, they're going to play a fourth game. And I was reading between the lines. So if Ding wins this game, which means he wins the match, I don't know why they would play a fourth game, but it said that they are going to play a fourth game. Now, if you win your match, which it looks like Ding is going to do now, you get 3 points for the match and your opponent gets 0. If the match is 2-2 and you go to Armageddon, then you get 2 if you win Armageddon, the other guy gets 1. That's the rules. So theoretically, you could get 21 points in the round robin because each round is worth 3 points and there's 7 rounds. So 21 is the most you can get if you win all of your matches. Very suspicious. Yeah. The fourth game is for tiebreak purposes. Talk about not making any sense. Damn. Yeah. 1,500 viewers to do. Good. There's 2 greatest of all times. There's so many greatest of all times. Yeah. Okay, so what happened here? He played King H8, Rook F3, C3. And after C3, White played A3, so he was PO'd. The engine wants to play Knight B6 here. Wow. That's something. Yeah, the problem with Bishop takes A3 is Queen A2 is annoying. And then some. Man, it's tough being down a queen in 2 minutes and, you're lower rated and you're losing the match anyway. Otherwise, he's doing pretty well. Yeah. All right. So we have that really exciting game. Then we have this really boring game where nothing's happening. Completely equal. Nobody could ever win. For some reason, Magnus, who was slightly behind on the clock, is now ahead on the clock. It's hard to win with White since there's no winning plan. But, Hikaru loses to Magnus a lot, so maybe Hikaru's scared. He's like, no, I'm passive and defending. I don't think so. If he doesn't see a winning plan for White, he's not going to be too scared. All right, the engine says King D8 is a blunder because of Knight C5. It wants him to play King D6 instead. I don't see the difference. What's the difference? Why is there a difference? Oh, I see the difference. Oh, I actually do see the difference. Okay. So after King D6, now he can play King E5. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Okay, however, after King D8, which is what he played, now he can't play King E5. So my king goes to D4, and then I could play B5, and king takes D5, and E4's hanging. Yeah, that's not good. So Naka blundered with King D8, and now maybe he's lost. Maybe. Let's go back to the live. Let's see, king here. Okay, so Naka played Knight A to B8, which is the engine move. And the engine says White's winning because White can take the knight and then play B5 and his king walks in. Obviously, if the black king was on D6, that wouldn't work. So Naka, I think, thought everything drew when the game was over and he let Magnus win. Okay, here's the difference. Let's say, for example, this happened. I'm just making this up. Now, after B5 takes, I just play King C6. Now, you see what I'm saying, guys? No? Okay. However, he played King D8 because I didn't play it, he did. And now, if I play B5 in here, you can't play King C6. So I take, and now you get into Zugzwang. Because I can move my knight around, the D5 pawn is weak, the F6 pawn is weak, and black's losing. So Naka found a way to lose. Clap. Very good, Naka. By playing the move King D8. It's a terrible blunder. Now, obviously, you move your king up in the ending, and King D6 is the obvious move. So it's weird to play King D8 instead of King D6. I don't even understand why you would, if you could play King D6 or King D8, why would you play King D8? That's just a strange, I don't know. Moving your king back, I don't know. That's weird. That's all right. And Magnus played b5, which is good, right? And king b4. Yeah. Yep. Well, I mean, white's winning now. The f6 is weak, d5 is weak. Your king's on d8, my king's on b5. King d8's a terrible move. That's just an awful move. Man, knight takes c5 is a bad move. He's playing for tricks now because he already gave up. Yeah, I mean, after I take and king b6, it's over. Yeah. He's just playing for tricks. But, I mean, f6 is hanging. Wow, king takes a7. Not the best move. But he's going to take all these pawns. He doesn't care. Oh, the engine says it's even just as good. Yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. Can't defend f6 and d5. King d7 allowing knight takes with check. God damn. The king d8 was a horrible blunder from Hikaru. Now he's just lost. Now the truth hurts. Okay, back to the other game to see if it's over. Let's see. It's not over. So in this position, he did take on d4. And now white has a queen for a rook. And black has a couple passed pawns. Okay. Good blitz chances. Blitz, you know. Ooh, always play bishop f1, which is the engine move. Yep, that's the engine move. I mean, it's a pretty obvious move. And then my engine says queen c1 is plus 14 because the queen's going h6. And that's getting sort of checkmatey. But he played bishop d3, which is only slightly better for white. Yeah, queen c1, queen h6, checkmate. After queen c1, he might have thought that c2 was annoying. But after c2, I think rook b3 just wins immediately. So it's not as annoying. Maybe not d3. Yeah, what happens after c2? What am I missing? c2. Rook b3 is the obvious move. Then d3, though. Then, I don't know. I don't know what to do after c2. The engine doesn't... Oh, I guess c2 I can play bishop d3. Yeah, bishop d3 looks pretty good. Actually, bishop d3 looks really good. Yeah, bishop d3 is winning pretty quickly. Okay, so instead, he played bishop d3, e5, g4... King takes is bad. That opens up black's king. I don't like that move. Knight takes, rook c4 is bad. Okay, so Firouzja has 25 seconds. Ding has over 2 minutes. And white's up a queen. Black has some counterplay, but the engine says it's not enough. The engine wants to play g5. That seems unlikely. That way white gets more avenues to the black king. So this will either be the greatest swindle ever, or Firouzja loses like a punk. And Magnus won. Terrible endgame play from Naka. And it all went bad. Thanks for the subscription. It all went bad in this position, which was completely equal. He played king d8. Just a terrible move. The king's better on c7. The king's better on d6. King d8 running away from the c pawn. It's horrible. And now he's just lost because the white king walks in. If the black king was on d6 here or c7, he could play king c6. So this is just terrible. Yeah. Terrible play. Yeah. And then he resigned. Always resign. Playing for tricks, but tricks are for kids. Good. So instead of resigning, he could have played e3. Okay, and then Magnus has a very nice win here. He puts the knight on e6 or a6, either one. Doesn't matter which one. And then after e2, he can check and play knight d3. So terrible endgame play from Hikaru. No draws in this match. White's won all 3 games. Hikaru has to win game 4 to go to Armageddon. Magnus is up 2-1. And Ding Liren did play g5. Oh, he played queen c1 first. Queen c1 also good. And then g5. And here comes White's attack. Rawr! He's opening it up for the bubble up. He wants to play rook h3 and e takes f5 and open that black king up. White doesn't want any pawns on the king side. White wants a naked king side, Karen style, and get that queen and rook in there. He wants no pawns on the king side. So he wants to play rook h3 and queen in here, get the queen and rook in there. White's winning, but both sides have less than a minute. The engine doesn't like g6. The engine just wants to take this and says white's winning. It doesn't like g6. It also doesn't like taking on e4. But both sides have less than a minute, and it's super complicated. So all three results are possible. Even Firouzja could win now, because the game doesn't make any sense. Black's trying to get 7 queens. White's already up a queen. White has a minion attack, but both sides have less than 30 seconds. So if engines were playing, white would have won a long time ago. And white is still winning, but it's super complicated. Okay, that move is a blunder, and now it's a draw. He had to move his rook away, and now he just takes the rook or takes on f7, and it's a draw. So terrible blunder. All three results still possible. Incredible blunder from Ding. Playing g takes f7, letting him take his rook. That's crazy. And now, and only now, is Firouzja the greatest player who ever lived. That's hard to understand. Look, when you got less than 30 seconds on your clock, people give up rooks for no reason. You see me play? Yeah. All right, so now it's going to be some kind of perpetual. Yeah, that wasn't the highest level game ever, but, you know, something. It shows you what happens when you have no time on your clock. And Ding had a big time advantage, and he couldn't figure it out. That was more of Ding swindling himself than Firouzja swindling Ding. That wasn't like Firouzja played all these tricky moves and tricked him. That was more Ding not finishing him off. That's what happens when there's no time on your clock. And they drew. Horrible. So Magnus's game was definitely going to be a draw, and Ding was definitely going to win. And then Ding didn't win, and Magnus won. So now Magnus is the greatest of all time. Wait a minute. Firouzja is, I don't know. Fischer is, maybe. Yeah, chess is difficult. But Ding's going to be pretty unhappy about that. So Ding is still winning the match 2-1, and Magnus is winning his match 2-1. Game 4, possibly the last game of each match, will start shortly. If you win the match 2.5, 1.5, or 3-1, you get 3 points. Your opponent gets 0. So so Ding and Magnus have draw odds. If either one draws, they win the match. If either one loses, we have Armageddon. Not the movie, but the chess. Very suspicious. Now, you know what time it is?
12:36.
Incorrect. It's time for another train. That's what time it is. All right, let's see how they're doing here in chess.com land. Is chess.com still down? Wow. My live chess is down again. It's flashing and there's no games. What? They couldn't be down, then up, then down. Oh, yeah, they could be.
Yeah, I noticed they were down. I didn't realize they.
I still can't get to chess.com.
Yeah,
All right.
I knew that.
All right.
Did they ever come back?
Chess.com is still down. They did come back. Let's see. Change if not. I don't know. Did Trying to Learn text you about this command he put in, which he said may be funny, but maybe it's not?
No, he didn't text me.
Type in.
Oh, wait, he did text
Yeah,
me.
you check that because I'm
No,
very,
he didn't.
very
He
busy.
didn't text me.
Yeah, are you in the chat?
Yeah.
Type exclam pictures.
Let me see. Well, I wasn't in there.
I could do it too, and then we can see, if it's funny. Pictures. Another train. The pictures behind Ben are none of his famous chess playing daughters from a previous. Oh, are not, as far as we know. Let's see. Deny. That seems moderately funny. Very moderate. It's not Karen approved. It's hard for Ding to win. It's true.
It's not bothering me.
All right. Paul Morphy could beat Carlson easily. Magnum, what? Go Ben. Another train. 250 centidues from Buzzard Bait.
Yay, Buzzard Bait.
Go Buzzard Bait. All right. Well, the matches are interesting. Something. Also, chess.com server is interesting. How come chess.com is like, oh, we got a lot of people, our server went down? How can that happen every week? Another train. Thanks, Exotic Nick. I mean, if your server's going on every week, probably you got to do something about that. Not just say, oh, there's 3,000 people playing Entitled Tuesday. All right, well, all right, so next week fix it so it doesn't happen again. Nick is emo, 100 centidues. Rawr. How do I groom my beard? I have Karen do it after the stream. Karen did groom my beard after the stream yesterday.
I didn't do the.
Xenoid 1, 100 centidues. Pinky Jim 77, 100 centidues. But the economy, exactly. Well, the next game already started? God damn. All right, so this is unusual for Magnus. He's playing a Scheveningen. Frankly, ridiculous. I've never seen Magnus play this with black, ever. So that's something. Bishop e3 is a pretty unusual move. Bishop e2, f4, f3, h3, g3. Bishop e3 is probably like the 6th or 7th most common. g4, the Kara's attack. Yeah, there's only one thing to say about chess.com being perpetually down. It's the best emote Karen's ever made. Bam! Gotcha, bitch. I mean, wrench. All right. Ding lost, Naka lost, except Ding did not lose. I want to know, will we ever stop the train? Thanks, McGrath. 200 centidues. All right, we're 97% on level 2. Finish him. I've never seen Magnus play such a line. All right. Frankly, ridiculous. And Farouja's game hasn't started yet because they finished later. I don't know. Something. Yeah, Magnus playing this Scheveningen, I never in all my years. Never. There's probably some kind of Geary joke I don't know. What's the triangle on Danny emote? It's the dunce cap. He said even MacGyver can't fix chess.com server with a rubber band and a paper clip. It's true. 100 centidues from Sturdy Boots, putting us at level 3. The Krellin, 499 centidues. It was either Twitchy or Meepex, I'm not sure. 499. Wait, I like that. I gotta allow that. That was funny. Blah, 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 etc. Mainly, etc. Queen F3. Carlson's like, you want a piece of me? You want a piece of me? And Magnus and Carl's like, yeah. So there we go. I Drug Hate Addict subscribed. Good. Almost 1,500. We had 1,550 tournament chill. Then you showed up and they all left. Yeah. E5. What kind of opening is this? What's happening? I've never seen such. Terrible. Give me a shtickle of fluoride. What's that from, Karen?
Pulp Fiction.
No, it's from the Seinfeld where the guy's a dentist,
Oh.
and he says, "Give me a shtickle of fluoride" to his assistant, and Jerry gets mad.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's the episode where he said his teeth are no good and he's a dentist.
I know, but I didn't
Yeah.
see the first part of that.
Yeah,
I mean, lightly.
exactly. Are you an anti-dentite? Exactly. I'm offended as a comedian. What's a dentist? All right, E5. Neither player knows any theory, and also I don't. The engine says knight takes C6 followed by F5 is correct. Or as I like to say, incorrect. Naka's objectively better chess than Carlsen in Rapid, except when he's playing Carlsen. No. No, he's objectively not better. Ridiculous. 1445. Good. That's correct. Ding is up 2-1. Carlsen's up 2-1. Most of the games are decisive. And in this match, we have 3 decisive games out of 3. And this game hasn't started yet. So we'll stick with the Nakamura game. Karen putting some emotes on. We got Ding, possibly that's Carlsen. Then we got me, and we got Naka. Good.
And I'm out to add.
Am I rooting for Hikaru or Magnus? I don't know. You know, it's 2 evil guys. I guess Magnus. I don't know. Boo. I'm rooting against both of them, but mainly I'm rooting for Magnus. 300 Centidues, M-Boat 4. Blunder Karu. Even a Karu?
No.
What about the Tiger King?
No.
Damn. Didn't you coach Nakamura? Yeah, the dark side, I told it to flow through him, and it worked. Is Magnus the next Ali Reza? Maybe. All right, Hikaru's decided not to move. I hope he's shaking his head a lot. Frankly, terrible. So Magnus is playing a line of the Sicilian he never plays. And then Hikaru played a line against I've never seen him play. And now the players are confused. That's why they're the greatest players who ever lived. Eno X11 converted from Christianity to Hinduism. What does it say? Oh, converted from Twitch Prime to Tier 1. Good. Level 3 completed. Who's the evilest? Answer, Hikaru. Usually evil beats good in real life. Only in the movies is the good win. So. Who has a better sense of humor, Magnus or Hikaru? Obviously Magnus. Obviously. Have you ever been to Oklahoma or Florida? Unfortunately, yes. Tiger King, the least surprising thing going on there. Oh, man. 100 Centidues from Ray Bradbury. Thank you. Would I rather have Naka's hair or Ali Reza's glasses? Because Ali Reza's glasses. Vidit Chess's rating. God damn. It's Vidit. Go Vidit. He had to withdraw from some tournament because his internet wasn't good. Go Gujarati. It's my favorite Indian player, except for maybe the other guy. Go Vidit. You're the best. He's never rated me before. It's Karen's favorite player. Right, sweetie? Mm-hmm. All right. Go Vidit. All right, so Hikaru played the, something. Knight takes and bishop c4. 200 Centidues. Go Vidit, I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. He started streaming yesterday. Exotic Nick gifted a sub. Go Exotic Nick. Vidit did it. Exactly. 200 Centidues. Thanks for the raid. We love raids. Raid. 1,500 viewers a do. How do you cheer? You type cheer and then a number. Like some random number like 20,000. Some number like that. See what happens. Mm-hmm. Some random number.
All right.
So the engine wanted white to play f5. Hikaru played bishop c4. And Magnus did something I teach my students. They don't listen, but I teach them. In the Sicilian, you always got to watch out for knight g4. That's why white often plays f3 and h3 and doesn't play bishop e3. So Magnus is like, all right, if you're not, I'll play knight g4. So now Magnus can take on f4 and get the e5 square for his knight. Or he can play super aggressively with queen b6, confusing the audience. He's not going to do that. That way he's at, f2 and b2. Most likely he'll take on f4, that his knight can sit on e5. Good, good. Let's see if the other game started yet. It did. It's the boring world of Niels Bohr. All right, d3, which is the right move against the Berlin. Good, good. All right, and Firouzja has to win because he's down 2-1. Speaking of winning, we need some more for the hype train. The scam train is about to be done. No. We need more scam train. We only have a minute left. All right, so Dingler put it in H. They're playing a very boring, long positional line where the game will never end. And Firouzja's hoping eventually he'll win, and then he'll get to Armageddon. 1,000 centidues. Thanks, Dimebag. 300 centidus scam train. Thanks, Ricky Tiki Tavi. You did it. It's hard to win against Ding in any kind of chess. Some people suspect Ding's play in the candidates was slightly off due to the coronavirus. And, it seems like Ding losing games isn't something he normally does. So maybe. But yeah, here Ding, if he doesn't lose any games, then he's back to being Ding. So, last game he got dinged because he was winning, he didn't win. Terrible. 999 centidues from the Krellin. Can you switch to Carlsen? I will. I never saw anybody type with a stutter before. That's good. Okay, they traded on d4. Dingler castled. Black has the two bishops. What else? White has the center, etc. All right, back to reality. He played bishop d2, traded on f4, castles, and the knight can go to e5 whenever he wants. Tartakower never lost to Ding. It's true. 500 centidues, buzzard bait. Go scam train. Who played better at the candidates, Ding or Radjabov? Ding played well against Fabi. The other games he didn't play well. All right, Nakamura has a time disadvantage, and Magnus has equalized quite easily. Magnus has the e5 square for his knight and his bishop. Naka has a isolated e-pawn. There's some noises that are being made. Good, good. Yeah, the engine actually prefers black. White's big trump is the bishop on b3 is pretty good. The knight on c3 eventually would like to go to f5. Knight e2, g3, f5. But, Trump's not doing too well, so you got to like Magnus's position. Salty Pirate subscribed. Good, good. Was Armageddon invented by Agedmedor? I think so. Yeah. What's that, sweetie? What?
Oh, he's looking at this scam.
Come on, people of the world, join in. Join the scam train. 1,500 viewers to do. God damn. Who is better, the best computer or Carlsen? Tough question. Not too tough. All right, so Naka's position, not great. Black sort of got what he wanted with his knight g4. Yeah. Good position for Magnus. Firouzja's position is, about equal, I guess. Two bishops for black, the center for white. Big time advantage for Ding somehow. Must be near the end of Ding's prep. f5 was played. That's why he put the knight on b6. When the e4 pawn is gone, he's going to put the knight on d5 and cement it there. So he's playing a blockade strategy. If white plays e5, he'll play bishop e7, and then he'll follow up with knight d5 and bishop e6. Two bishops, blockade the center, and then he'll probably get Netflix and chill, I assume. Why bishop b3 is a blunder? It's not. 100 centidues. Congrats on 1,500 viewers. Good. Good. I am commentating on the whole tournament, even though chess.com servers are always down. I'll still do it. Somehow. Go chess.com. Your package is delivered shortly. Is that to my mom? Hope so. My mom's birthday is tomorrow. Let's see. Amazon Prime won't load. All right. I guess they're run by the chess.com servers. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. When was this streamed? Friend request. Enemy request. What does that say? DM me. RC do work. I don't know what that says. Kasparov. Thanks for the sub. 99%. Level 5 of the hype train. 100 centidues. That's 102%. You got to give it 102%. Mr. Popezilla. Even better than Mr. Popel. I'm the awesomest. Okay, so that's what happened. He played e5. Always retreat. Queen c2. And then black's going to play knight d5, bishop e6, and chill. Yay, it's the hype train. Go hype train. Let's see what we got on the hype train there. Such strong support. 11 subs, 5,400 bits. Good, good. And also, you got to get on the stream at some point.
Yeah.
You don't clothing optional.
Yeah, let me just finish uploading this last email.
All right. The Claire MCG 100 centidues. Slightly after the train, but that's all right. Okay, the engine doesn't like f4. F4 is a little aggressive. I don't see what's wrong with it. Bishop can go to f5. 200 centidues from Pinky Jim 77. Go hype. The hype train is the best thing that's ever happened in human history. Not just in chess, in everything. Let's see how chess.com's doing. They got some games. They don't have the current games. They just have games that were played before.
Yes.
Good, good.
On the event.
Nick is emo. Happy birthday to my mother. Your mother. All right, back to Magnus versus Pookie. All right, what happened here? Rookie. Okay, so he played rook e8, sort of dangerous because dangerous there. Rook d1, knight e5, queen g3. Good, good. Now what happens on bishop e5? Bishop e5. Then he didn't play bishop e5. I'm just doing some analysis here. So bishop e5, queen f7, king h8. I mean, I would have done that. I don't get it. Rook takes e5. That makes more sense. Okay, finally. We get to the bottom of things. Bishop a6, bishop e5, bishop e5. So the engine says after rook e5, Magnus is killing it. 2 bishops, what else? But Magnus played super aggressive. Bishop takes and said, you want f7? You can have f7. And then Naka's like, all right, I want f7. So he took on f7. And Magnus doesn't care about the pawn. Magnus attacking the queen. Magnus attacking the rook. Magnus says the 2 bishops. Queen b6 check wins the b pawn. He doesn't care about that pawn. Okay, but the engine says that was stupid what he did because the bishop takes e8. Okay, bishop takes e8, threatening rook f8 mate, so Magnus doesn't have time to take the queen. However, Magnus can still play my favorite move. And I'm sure he did. No, he didn't. That's considered a blunder. Bishop takes f1. Always play bishop f1. But instead, Magnus played queen b6, queen f2, and the engine says white's better. Rook takes e8, and white's just up in exchange. So Magnus knew that I was streaming, so he sacked the exchange. But very bad calculation by Magnus. Terrible. Like in this position, very simple, rook takes e5, and black's just doing great. 2 bishops, no counterplay. Dark squares, everything's good for black. And instead, Magnus went crazy. I don't know what he overlooked. I don't know. He missed queen f2. He missed rook f8. I don't know. Because now he's just like losing or worse. So that was very strange play by Magnus. Very strange. Just blunderful. I mean, the greatest player who ever lived. Now who's the greatest player who ever lived? Let's see. I don't know. Bogolyubov? Maybe? I don't know. Tartakower? Yeah. No, two terrible moves in a row. Bishop takes e5 and queen b6 check. Both terrible. Both. Terrible moves. And Black was doing great. Rook takes e5 simple. And instead of playing queen b6 check, he could have played bishop takes f1 and been okay. So just unbelievable. If it was a normal person, I would have said he didn't see bishop takes c8 here. That's hard to believe. Threatening rook f8 mate. He thought, I'm threatening the queen. I'm threatening the rook. Good. And then he's like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if that's what he missed. I'm guessing that's what he missed because his play makes no sense. Rook takes e5, just safe and solid, good advantage. Two bishops, what else? No threats for white. Everybody's happy, mainly, etc. So I'm guessing maybe he missed bishop takes rook and he missed rook f8. I don't know. Yeah, and then he fell apart. Yeah. Once upon a time, Magnus was falling in love. Now he's just falling apart. Nothing he can do. No, this is ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, I can win this position. And I can't win any position. Yeah. Well, he probably resigned already. No, I mean, that was unbelievable what he did. Rook takes e5 and queen b6 check. Queen b6 check, I think he was mad about playing rook takes e5. Or bishop takes e5. That's what I'm guessing. He fell apart at that point. Yeah, I would win this position. Yeah, he resigned. So, yeah. I like that A-pawn. Yeah. Frankly, terrible. All right, so it's 2-2. It's time for Armageddon. God damn. Magnus had a big advantage. Then he made a horrible blunder. Then he made a very bad move after his horrible blunder. He lost immediately. Oh. He lost 10 moves after he was better. He kept making tactical errors. My best guess is he didn't see bishop takes e8 threatened rook f8 mate. And the only reason he wouldn't see that is, according to you guys, he's the greatest player who ever, can't expect to see one or two moves ahead. Fischer and Kasparov always getting crushed. They must not be the greatest.
I haven't gotten to see any of
Here, let me show you the blunder he made. If that's, if so. All right. So they got this position. And Magnus can take with the rook or take with the bishop. Takes with the rook, he's better. He took with the bishop, allowing bishop f7 check. All right. And in this position, Black's threatening the rook and Black's threatening the queen. But Hikaru just took the rook because now we're threatening rook f8 mate. So I don't know, Magnus missed that? I don't know. So now he played this terrible move instead of bishop takes f1. Always play bishop f1. After bishop f1, it's equal. Bishop f1, rook f1, queen takes e8 equal. And he plays this and just the game's over. He's down the exchange for nothing.
I wouldn't see that in a million years.
Yeah, so he just lost without any hope.
Hey, buzzer bait.
Yeah, and then he resigned. Yeah. What? That is horrible. Well, at least we have to see Armageddon. All right. Now, if Firouzja wins, another Armageddon. And Firouzja's game's never been any good, and he's white. Okay. So the last time with the Firouzja's game, Dinglerin played f4, putting it in f. Knight c5, queen d5 instead of knight d5. Good. All right. And Ding trades everything for a draw because a draw wins him the match. All right. I agree with that. Yeah, this is just better for Black. Black's bishop's the greatest bishop ever. These are the weakest pawns ever. Yeah, horrible. 969, Exotic Nick. He liked that you came on the stream. Yeah, go Karen.
Hey, Exotic Nick.
Anyway, let's discuss the last few tournaments of Magnus so we can cement that he's the greatest player ever. He played in that tournament, I don't know what the tournament was, London? And he lost in a playoff to Ding. I think it was London, I don't know. Then he played in Tata Steel, and I think he came 7 points behind Fabi. something like that, maybe 8. Okay, then he played here and lost twice to Hikaru. So then last week he played Firouzja and lost the match. So I think that cements he's the greatest player who ever lived. Yeah. All right, back to whatever it is I was doing. Bishop d5, good. Rook a d1. Now, this is a tough position for Firouzja. Firouzja has a worse position, weak c-pawn, great bishop on d5 for black, and he's down 5 minutes on the clock, which is a lot. Okay, and he's a worse player. Ding stacking paper to the ceiling. So I don't know. What do you think, sweetie? Exactly. Yeah.
Let me see if the emote's there. I just uploaded some emotes.
Yay. They can use them now?
Well, the player ones are there. Naka, Ding, Fabi, Magnus, and Firouzja.
You even put Magnus up there? Wow.
What?
You put Magnus up there? Wow. That's,
And Firouzja,
the way he's playing?
but I did a scam train one, and I don't see that yet.
I don't see any of them because I have to refresh my stream always. Yeah.
Let me see. Mepex made it. I had to clean it up a little. He's not even here today.
This is the weekend. It was last week.
Let's see.
Who's the one with the well-placed hair on the screen? I don't get it. All right. So Ding Liren took this pawn, which the engine doesn't like so much because it's getting closer to equality. But again, if the game is a draw, then Ding wins. It's 2.5, 1.5, the match is over. So a draw and a win are the same for Ding. So if they trade, and get to a completely equal ending with an extra 5 minutes on his clock, good. I think anybody who thinks Magnus is the greatest player ever just has brain damage. I mean, you could go to a doctor and tell him, like, I think Magnus is the greatest ever, and then they'll check, especially if, like, you're in India. Then they'll be like, well, you don't think Anand is, so brain damage. Yeah, but obviously, if you're in Norway, then you don't understand the situation. It's like Magnus, yay. But, all right. Obviously, Kasparov, Fischer, Karpov, Morphy, many others. It's ridiculous. I've never been so mad. Yeah. Okay, anyway, back to whatever it is I was doing. Take, Rook C1. All right, so Ding Liren tripled it up on the bubble up. C4, that's explosive. Bam. Did Naka or Magnus win? The chat is so bad that the answer is no. Neither one won. All right, so what happened after C4? Obviously, if you take it, then bishop takes F3. So he played knight D4, keeping some winning chances and some losing chances, and so forth. Now, do you think they're going to wait for the Armageddon until this game is over? They're just going to start the Armageddon. You know what the answer is, right?
Whatever Magnus wants to do.
That's the right answer, but the other answer is fries. Where's the Armageddon? Can I see the Armageddon?
I take a break.
What? No, but I mean, like, they don't even have something up for the Armageddon, so you gotta be able to click on it. Armageddon, etc. The more you donate. Didn't the Armageddon already started? Good English. Probably not. First of all, in the Armageddon, they have to determine who's white and black, and they have to set the clocks, and Hikaru has to complain a little bit, and Magnus has to give interviews on Norwegian TV. So that'll never start. All right, so what did we miss? Ding took the pawn on B3. Good. And then he played rook E7. And he's like, dude, this position's a draw, and a draw wins me the match. And Firouzja's like, no talking. So black gave up all of his advantage to make the game really drawn. Trade all the pawns off, get your rook in 3 versus rook in 3. And Firouzja has to keep some action in the position to give himself winning chances. But he's going to double up on the bubble up, and this e-pawn's not going to last very long. What pawn is white going to queen? The answer is fries. So, frankly, terrible. Chess.com live games just crashed. Incorrect. This guy wants to know if you're a hostage. Maybe?
Hey, Eduardo. No.
Aw. Did you have a gun at your back to say no? Okay, Firouzja played e6. He's all in. Making sure he loses the pawn. All right, this is just completely equal because all the pawns are going to disappear, and that's not good for Firouzja. I think if Ding had to win this game, he would have played differently the last 5 moves, but Firouzja has to win the game. So, yeah. No Armageddon anywhere, etc. If you guys think the Armageddon started, somebody I trust, I only trust like 3 of you out of the 1,400 in the chat. I trust like 3 of you. Let me know if it started and how to look at it. Karen, you have my heart hostage. Good. Can we sell that guy's heart? Yeah. Norwegian. I never hate on Magnus. You just don't understand what hate on Magnus means. If I don't say Magnus is the greatest player who ever lived and the greatest soccer player and the tallest and the cutest, then I'm hating on him. That's what you guys do. You guys are in love with Magnus. If I say Magnus is the best player in the world, but obviously not the greatest of all time, that's just the truth. You guys can't handle the truth. No, I deride your truth handling abilities. What cartoon was that? They're making fun of, A Few Good Men. Mm-hmm. I deride your truth handling abilities. It was Simpsons? Sounds like Simpsons. I don't know. Yeah. Sideshow Bob? The movie? What? It was Sideshow Bob? Sounds like some Sideshow Bob would say. Magnus is 5th or 6th all time. Pretty good. Better than me. I'm like 7th or 8th. Damn. Yay, it's money. At least $2 too. $3. I was having dinner with Kasparov. Yeah, I already seen that joke like 50 times. God damn. Greatest ever. We got Morphy, Fischer, Kasparov, Karpov. Then maybe Magnus. I don't know. You got Smyslov and Tall, Botvinnik, Capablanca. Damn. I don't know. Magnus is 10th. I don't know. All right. Go Fischer.
Hey, Pietro.
Pietro's the greatest who ever
Go
lived.
fast.
What? I don't see Pietro. Where?
He's up there. He said hi. He said for me to stop talking.
I don't see it.
Scroll up.
I don't see it.
They're right there. Right where the cursor is.
Stop talking. Yeah, that's true. She's always busy playing on her phone.
I have to talk really fast before he starts talking again.
What do you have to say? You have something insightful to say?
No, but I could read the chat.
Okay. You're not reading the chat. Oh, you mean you'll read it but not say it?
I have to squeeze it in when in the gaps.
No,
There
you
aren't many
can read the
gaps.
chat.
All right. I'm going to check for the emote.
Well, you're not reading the chat.
Mhm.
Magnus's blunder again. Too many blunders. Man, look at this guy with the all-time greatest. He put Fischer number 1, spells it wrong. Obviously, it's on purpose, but still. Mm-hmm. Best of all time. The drugs I'm taking number 2. Only number 2. Yeah. Armageddon 5-4. Yeah. Are they playing Armageddon yet? I don't see anything. Let's see. 1. If they play Armageddon, let me know. Tall's number 1. Wait a minute. What? Danny Wrench. Man.
Stroke 2.
Armageddon after Ding game ends? That would be nice. Yeah. Fischer spelled wrong. Always refresh. Never refresh.
Let's see if the emote's...
Benjamin Franklin is one of the 2 Benjamins in the U.S. Chess Hall of Fame. The other one has coronavirus. So, man, tough town. Okay, so he doubled up on the bubble up, Dingler in, which is always a good idea. And it's time for lots of trades. Lots of trades. What about Rashid Nejmedinov? Never became a grandmaster. What's the name of the book about him?
I don't know.
Super Nej! Exclam.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's your favorite?
No.
What's his most famous game? Who is he playing? You think the chat knows?
Yeah.
You do?
Somebody will know.
Well, yeah, a couple people know. There's 1,500 watching.
Definitely.
Let's see if they know his most famous game. Anybody? I don't. Most people say tall, which is incorrect. They don't know.
Oh yeah, it's finally there.
Yeah, they don't know.
The scam train.
They don't know his most famous. Paul Gajewski. There you go. Yeah, Paul Gajewski game. What?
There goes the emote Meepex.
Oh, that's your new emote?
Oh, Meepex made it. I just had to clean it up.
Karen with the new emote. I usually don't get the new emotes. I
Yeah,
have to
you
refresh.
refresh.
I can't even find my emotes. There we are.
Mm-hmm.
Is it any of those?
No.
Good, good.
You can't really see that it says scam very well. But it's a nice emote.
I'm going to refresh because that way I lose all that chat because I want to see that anyway. It's Karen. Now. Oh, look at that. Look at all those emotes. I got this. I got Faruja. I got
don't think
Naka,
Meepex
Carlson.
made that one. He's not here today.
Yeah.
Have you seen him at all?
I mean, Twitchy's here. It's the same person. Good, good. And then the best emote of them all. Rudolph the Red. Oh, wait. Rudolph the Red-Nosed emote.
Which
All
one?
right. Danny Rich. Don't refresh in front of the camera.
That was never even supposed to be a permanent emote.
All right, let's go back to this. I guess they're playing chess. Okay, so after he doubled up on the bubble up, he played rook e5 with the idea of if you take the pawn, which he did, pin. Now you must defend, which he did. Knight takes c6. You must play rook d7. The engine likes all these moves. Black's up a pawn, but white has sufficient compensation to draw, but white needs to win because white's down a point. So white needs to win this position, and he has no winning chances. So it's tough. Also, he's down 2.5 minutes on the clock. Win his Armageddon game. Now, Adam, according to the Gawking Rabble, which, take it with a grain of salt, they say they're going to wait for this game to end before the Armageddon. That would be nice if they did that. I don't want to have the Armageddon on during this game. So I'm hoping that they're right. Okay, he played rook e4. That's the best move according to the engine, attacking this pawn. Then rook to d6. Also, this was see the rook on e5? This was now his knight can go to e5. It was a clearance, but not a sacrifice. So he stops the knight fork. And now he'll probably play rook takes check on f4, but he's down 3 minutes on the clock. Magnus is not the best player in his chair. Why did he get up? Tall is still smoking. I agree with that. Ali Reza blundered the a7 pawn. Yeah, I don't think he cares about that. Because the b pawn is also attacked. King g8. I mean, white's got to do something to try to win. I'm not sure what. He did take the a7 pawn. Good, good. Now he's up a pawn, but, there's no pawns on the board. Terrible. So the engine wants to play c6 because then the white knight is trapped. Scared? So c6. So Firouzja's giving himself chances to win. His clock time's not very good, but I would say over the last 10 moves, Firouzja's gone from much worse to a position where he can try to win. Carlson won and chose black. So Carlson has draw odds, and he has 4 minutes. I missed the Armageddon explanation. Black has 5 minutes. White has 4 minutes. If black draws, he wins. So that's... Oh, wait. No, black has 4 minutes and white has 5 minutes. Yeah, white gets more time. Right. And I don't think they started yet. Magnus and Naka ready? How do I see the game? I want to see the game. Well, are they going to show the game here? Nah. Terrible.
What do you mean?
Not yet. Are they going to wait for this game to end? Well, it's two advantages. One is you're white, and one is you have an extra minute. And a lot of blitz games are not drawn. So I think most grandmasters would rather have white in this situation. I would pick black if I was in Armageddon like Magnus did, but I think most of them take white. 50 more subs from Adam Wallace.
Yeah, oh my God. Hey, don't forget my head's right here.
Don't forget your head. I was going to not hit you in the head, but then you reminded me. Thank you. That's good. Now that's social distancing. God damn, Adam Wallace kicking our ass.
Hey, thank you.
Oh no, I clicked on the button again. That's pretty funny. Okay, so Ding's never going to move. Now, raise your hand in the chat. Raise your hand if you thought Hikaru would win 2 games against Magnus in the first 4. Raise your hand if that's what you thought. Yeah. Naka game started. Should I believe him? Probably not.
Who said it?
Some random guy.
Let's see.
They really shouldn't start the Naka game. Well, the game did start until this game's over. They did start. I wouldn't have done that. I would have waited for the other game. That's dumb. All right. Well, I don't really care about the other game because I want to watch this. Naka's white. Naka has 4 minutes. Magnus has 5 minutes. And Magnus has draw odds. You understand? No? All right. Also, it's touch move. Okay, this is the same as the game that Magnus just lost. But okay, now in the other Magnus game, Naka played f4 and queen f3. Now Naka played bishop e2. He got nothing in the last opening. This is like every Karpov game from the 1970s.
Oh, yeah.
Like Karpov, everybody. Yeah. My favorite game in this line is from 74, but I could be wrong. Karpov Spassky. Karpov plays like rook f2, rook d2, queen f1. God damn. That was a fantastic game. Very hard to understand. Spassky just got rolled. I mean, that was great. All right. Back to whatever it is I'm doing. All right. Very positional. This is also like a lot of Karpov-Kasparov games from the World Championship match, including the famous 24th game, obviously, where Kasparov became world champion for the first time, where Karpov went rawr, and then he resigned. Yeah, there you go. Rawr, and then resigned. Yeah. Knight a5, good. Knight c4, good. e5. So, because Hikaru's going all in. You got to go all in. Bishop e2. The engine says this is terrible for white. Black's pieces are all out. White's king is getting a little open. Black's king's pretty safe. White's playing bishop e3, bishop c1, bishop f3, bishop e2.
Wait, what's the time control?
5 minutes for Carlsen.
Oh, you said
4 minutes for Naka.
Oh, you just...
And Black has draw odds.
Okay.
So if it's a draw, Magnus wins. But Hikaru's white. So there you go. h4, god damn. Takes, got e5 again. Bam! Gotcha, bitch. Knight d5. That's weird. Which move is weird? No, more time in draw odds is standard practice in Armageddon. Okay? The draw odds is because the match has to end. So if it's a draw, the match is over. So he wins, the match is over. That's why it's Armageddon. This is actually very standard. Sometimes they do 6 minutes for black and 5 minutes for white. But I think it's more common to do 5 minutes for black and 4 minutes for white, which they're doing here. And black has draw odds. That's Armageddon. That's, you know. Okay, knight g6. Retreats. Yeah, this is just winning for black already. Yeah. The engine doesn't like that move. It wants to just take on h4. And he did. Queen d4. Black's 2 pawns up. Sacrificing this piece, but he gets the piece back. Rook takes. Queen check. The rook's defended by the knight. So what's going on here? Knight f5 is good. So the engine says king f1 is a blunder. It wants to play king h1. It doesn't like king f1 because after knight here, the knight's attacking the queen, the rook's attacking the bishop, the queen's attacking the rook, knight's coming to g3 check, and white has most of that defended, but black also has 3 extra pawns. The king has no cover, and the engine just says black's winning here. Rook takes f5, takes, check. Now what's funny is if Magnus perpetual checks and draws, he wins the match. He has draw odds. So I'm sure black has at least a perp. Yeah, the engine says rook takes c4 just wins immediately. But, I mean, perpetual check wins the match. So black's winning here, but he can't block the perpetual with his queen because queen takes queen and rook takes bishop. See the queen's defending the bishop on c4. So if you go here, I just trade queens and take the bishop on c4. So if you go king to the h file, g file, f file, check, 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 black wins the match. Black has draw odds. So he can't block with the queen. He can't put his king on the hg or f file. So he has to put his king on the e file because of the match circumstances. And now he gets the smackdown. Yeah, and it's over. All done. Yeah. Just a second. Danny Wrench says, we've changed Hikaru Nakamura's chess.com handle to little bitch. Wow. That's shocking. Can you believe that?
Aw.
Yeah. Man, I can't believe he did that. They set the clock wrong. I thought they set the clock right. Well, that's the end of that game. So white pushed all the pawns in front of his king, and he had no attack on black's king, and then his king got mated. But anyway, I want you... What?
They're saying that there's a rematch because the clock was set wrong, but I don't know if they're joking.
No, the clock wasn't set wrong.
Oh, several people have said it.
Right, they're all wrong.
All right.
Yeah, what do you mean set wrong? This looks set good. Common times are 6 to 5 or 5 to 4.
There's talk of a replay.
Why rematch? How do you have a white 5 minutes, black gets 4, time was off? Oh, white gets more time than black? Actually, that makes sense. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I thought it was weird too,
Yeah, I agree with that.
if black was getting the draw.
White should have had more time. White, yeah, that's right. What? Oh, so they set the clocks wrong, and the players just kept playing instead of stopping the game. And then the game ended. Yeah, I don't know. It's Magnus's site though. Usually when the game is over, then you're like, hey, the clock was set wrong. When the game is over. So I don't know about that.
Phone just died.
Naka was pissed and talking to the screen the whole time. It's funny. I thought that white got 4 minutes and black gets 5, but now I agree. White gets 5 minutes and black gets 4. That's the way it works in Armageddon. White gets more time and gets white, and black gets draw odds. I agree with that. Yeah. Magnus complaining. Magnus complaining about what? He won. What? USCF rules on Chess 24? Damn. Anyway, let's go back to the other game. The other game is still going on after all that debacle. Let's see what we missed, that you guys can update me on what happens. Okay, so he played knight takes a7. That's the last we saw. And then they traded everything and got to a 3 versus 2 drawn position where white's going to squeeze forever. All right. After rook b2, it's hard to squeeze. How did he blunder that? What did he do? Yeah, so rook e4 is a blunder here. Because after check here, that's it. You have to play rook f4. Well, you can't play rook f4. All right, so he's doing this, but this is a dead draw now. I mean, it was a draw anyway, but now it's a dead draw. That's different. Naka's better than Magnus? I don't think so. All right. But seriously, one thing you should do is look at the Karpov-Kasparov game 24 from 1985. I think it was 85. Where Karpov played f4, g4, rawr, and then he lost when they got to the time control on move 40. He didn't lose this badly. But yeah, this is already good for black. Black's already, has a big advantage here. This attack doesn't work. Black gets the e5 square, and, the h-pawn is hanging, the g-pawn's hanging. Very good piece sacrifice for Magnus. And then this is the losing move. King h1, he's still in the game, but king here now his king is too exposed. Yeah, this is just losing.
Everybody seems more interested in the drama.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing the chess. They can talk about the drama. All right, and then now in a normal game, Hikaru wouldn't play king e2, but as I said, he can't draw and he can't trade queens and lose his bishop, so he has to lose this way. Okay. And then we'll see if they replay the replay. And Firouzja's game was drawn, so Dinglerin wins the match. All right. And then this is a draw. Okay. So Dinglerin wins 2.5, 1.5 against Firouzja, and possibly Magnus wins. Or maybe not. Magnus is mad.
Hey, why don't you click the play right there?
What? Well, I probably can't do that.
What?
I'm streaming and it's their side. And
They can't. It won't be shown on here, and you've got it muted. So we'll.
Oh,
see
okay.
it.
Okay.
They won't.
They
see
won't
it.
see it. Okay, you're right.
They'll get-
How live is this?
I don't know. Oh, you had it.
That
moved.
was no, that
Oh,
was
that
the
was
wrong. Yeah.
slider.
This says live.
It does. Say
On my screen, I saw Jan Gustafsson talking, and then Grishuk, and now Giri is laughing. Is that what you see, or that's not live? Svidler's laughing. The clocks were right for the players, not the viewers. I don't know if that makes any sense. See, if I click all these buttons here,
They're saying
that's the
live.
different languages.
Mhm.
Hey, look, Fressinet, MVL, and some IM in French.
Maybe they cut to commercial since everybody was.
No, this is live. They said that's what I see.
Oh, they are talking right
Yeah.
now. Okay. Well, why is
Magnus rage quits. Somebody talked to Naka mid-game, so either rematch or invalid. You are missing Grishuk making fun of everyone. We're watching it with the sound off.
Yeah, I probably can't have the sound on.
So the gawking rabble on my thing, 1,600 viewers, by the way, are saying the clocks are right for the players, but not for people watching. I don't know if I believe that. They're playing on Chess 24. I'm not sure they're playing on a different board than we're watching. Are they? I don't think so. Magnus has never been so mad. He's always kind of mad. No one is saying that on the stream. Yeah, I doubt that too.
A post-game interviews.
It was correct in Magnus's time zone. What? That's actually funny. Even though it's a joke. Magnus tilted because he's getting schooled by Naka. Man, not in this position. God damn. They definitely did say that. Thoughts on Flat Earth? Well, Naka complaining somebody talked to him on the Zoom call and chat disturbed him.
Oh wait.
Magnus' chair disappeared. He threw it out the window. All right? Got it from his chair angrily.
Magnus rage quits.
Magnus is mad. Magnus tilted. Magnus dog ears. Naka pulling a Fischer. There's an international arbiter. Magnus hit Naka with a steel chair. Damn, it's getting tough in there. The game clock was wrong. It wasn't just on the viewers, and you can tell if you go to the game replay. Okay. Lawrence Trent said it would be replayed. All right. All right. Well then. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Naka's wall on his stream. It is, yeah. But Naka can't be streaming because he's not allowed to stream the match. Okay, so is the game going to be replayed or it's over? I want to see the chat. I want to see 50-50 in the chat. No replay. Replayed. Okay, good. That's 50-50. Carlson wins. No replay. I think it's over. Replay. I don't want to know what your opinion is, but what they decided. Not like, I think they should replay. The chat is saying that they're not going to replay, that it's over. Except some of them say replay, but I don't believe it. Naka tweeted, fun match, very unsatisfactory ending. No replay according to Naka. Naka already tweeted the match is over. So, yeah. I mean, I got Naka on Twitter. Naka's not pushing for a replay. Very suspicious. Come on. League of Legends, what? I can't even get Twitter to work. Mathisa subscribed. Good. Naka says he will not nullify the result. That's too sexual, though. Messages Naka to abort while deciding between King F1 and King H1. Okay. So the clocks were wrong during the game? Is that what you're saying? Wow. That's crazy. Hikaru crying on Twitter? Yeah. My Twitter's not even working. I can't get tweets to upload. I can't do nothing. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Yeah, my Twitter's not updating. There's too much Twitter.
So were the clocks wrong during the game or not?
Yes. So I think here's what happened. The clocks were wrong during the game. And at some point somebody noticed. And then while Hikaru was thinking about a very important position, the arbiter was talking to him to abort the game.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah. So that was weird. Everybody's saying the result stands and it's over. Huh. I've never seen Lawrence Trent look so serious. He smiled for a second. Usually he's looking pretty serious here. All right, so Magnus wins 2 points to 1, and Ding wins 3 points to 0. And that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't very
This guy says clocks were right. What? The clocks were wrong for the viewers, but not the players, according to Chess24. How can that be? We're not watching exactly what they're seeing? They're on a board and Chess24 showing that board to us somewhere else? Really? On their site? What? So if the clocks were correct in the game they were playing and not correct for the spectators, like you guys said, why is the arbiter bothering Naka? Yeah, that's what WeWo1999 just said. Clocks were wrong initially and fixed during the game, and the players were informed. The fixed clocks didn't show up on the stream PGN.
I thought I saw that the clocks doing something strange during it. But I didn't understand what was going on.
Arbiter only saw the stream. Well, whoever fixed the clocks, whoever that was, the technical guy, they should have told the arbiter like what they were doing. Good joke. Trump did this somehow. Probably. Yeah. Okay, so here's what I think happened. And I have the sound off, and I'm listening to you guys say nonsense. I think the clocks were wrong when the game started. The clocks were fixed. So the clocks were right the rest of the game. The players didn't notice or care. The arbiter, near the end of the game, noticed the clocks had been wrong and interrupted the game instead of talking to the Chess24 people. So basically, the arbiter made an error. The site made an error starting the game, and the players were oblivious. And then one of the arbiters was bothering Hikaru during the game, which probably wouldn't make the game change. Yeah.
Writing him
100 Sensitus. What's that?
He's
Who?
got
Who's he?
Abel at the very near right there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, King H1 is much better than King F1. Like, this is actually the key position, is this position. Now, after King H1, white is worse and or losing. After King F1, he's dead losing, like it's over. Like the engine's like King F1 is +5 for black, and King H1 is +1 for black. That's a big difference, although Naka has less time and is giving draw odds. So, but that's neither here nor there what would have happened. The fact that Chess24 has the clock set wrong, the arbiter's bothering Nakamura, Chess.com server is down. What world am I in? That we can't go outside? I can't hit Kieran in the head with my elbow because coronavirus? Come on. Ridiculous. Yeah. No, Hikaru got screwed. I mean, that's terrible. I don't think they should replay the game. I think they should, do a better job of getting the clocks right, having the arbiter talk to the site before he interrupts the players on Zoom and tells them to abort. What? Ridiculous. They're not as bad as chess.com, but they're trying. And in the real end, isn't that the real truth? The answer is no. Terrible.
Okay, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. But that's good. We like terrible. We like to complain.
So why do you think Magnus is so mad? Because that's his site or his
tournament? No, because it's a clusterfuck.
Fair.
No, it's ridiculous.
He wants to win.
No, he knows that it's absurd. He knows it's absurd. The clocks are wrong. He knows it's absurd that the arbiter is yelling at Nakamura, telling him to abort. It's like, what the hell? I'm trying to win this game here. Yeah, he knows it's ridiculous. Yeah.
It's embarrassing. For him.
Right, he knows that it's his,
his tournament.
It's the Magnus Carlsen Invitational, and he wins the first round suspiciously. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, if you guys saw the Simpsons episode where Lisa can pick all the football winners, so Homer's raking it in, he's making a lot of money, right? And in one scene, he says, "Who do you think's going to win this week, honey?" And Lisa says, "I like this team because they're pure of heart, and I like this team because they always cheat." And then the announcer says, "On a very suspicious play, the Raiders win." So, very suspicious.
Hey, Grant. CCSCA Grant.
Yeah, Magnus is angry because I said he wasn't the greatest ever. Yeah. I actually can't summarize what happened because I'm confused. Okay, the match is 2-2. They're playing an Armageddon game. Now, when the game started, it's possible the clocks were wrong. It's possible they weren't. And then, if the clocks were wrong, it's likely they were fixed during the game. Not sure that's possible. Then, it's also likely the arbiter, realizing the clocks were wrong, 80% through the way of the game, started talking to Naka on Zoom about aborting the game. The game was not aborted. Magnus won, and everybody's mad. That was a good summary. Yeah. Hikaru's owed $250,000. Wow. That's the whole prize fund for the whole tournament. He still owed it. Yeah.
I thought I saw my brother in the chat for a minute, but that can't possibly be.
Could be.
No, he wasn't. He was talking chess stuff. Thelonious. Similar to my brother's handle.
It would be somewhere here?
Yeah, somewhere in that area.
This guy?
Yeah, that's not... that's definitely not my brother.
It's definitely not?
No. Thelonious 842.
Magnus wins 3.
You have a handle similar to my brother.
Ali Rez is the greatest.
No,
yeah,
he doesn't know anything about any of that.
Frankly, ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand. Hopefully I can be a chess.com streamer again tomorrow. Is chess.com still down? Let's see. Let's see if they're still up or down or something. Okay, and then this, and then Magnus.
I couldn't even get to that screen before.
1, 2, 3. They only have 6 games in live chess. Instead of, they should have 9. They should have 8 and then the Armageddon. Mm-hmm. So they don't have the last round even. Yeah. All right, well, that was, something. That was a good stream, except for one thing. All right, oops, I clicked on this. That was dumb. Ugh. Always clicking Flashback Pro for no reason. All right, and a very suspicious thing, Magnus wins. Yeah. Yeah, the Arbiter was like, Hikaru, play King F1. Yeah. It's funny because when the Arbiter came to talk to Hikaru, Hikaru said, move 40. The Arbiter's like, what? Hikaru got some orange juice and then he lost. It's weird how that happened. But based on a true story.
Yeah.
You know that story?
No.
All right. So about 5 years ago, maybe more, Hikaru's playing in some tournament. He's gets to move 40, but he's not at move 40. He thinks he is. He says the Arbiter 40, which you don't do. You don't talk to the Arbiter and ask how many moves you've made. Well, you can't do that. The Arbiter can't answer him. Arbiter's
So
not
you said
involved.
the Arbiter 40 means.
Yeah, no, he asked the Arbiter, do we make 40 moves? Which you can't do.
Okay.
So he's already like breaking the rules because he's Naka. The Arbiter like makes some shrugging like nonsense movements, like not indicating anything. Hikaru thinks he's like, yeah. So Hikaru leaves and gets orange juice and comes back and is forfeited.
Oh.
That happened a few years ago.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Why
Well,
wouldn't
you-
he know?
No, but I mean, you don't ask the Arbiter if you've made 40. You can't ask the Arbiter how many moves have I made. That's not how chess works.
Doesn't he have isn't he taking notation?
He is. He did it wrong too. He was wrong. Yeah. Yeah, the Arbiter's trying to warn Naka, don't play King F1. That's no good. 1,700. I'm getting more viewers now that the match is over. Now they're coming in droves. Yeah. Anyway, I can't really leave when I have 1,700 viewers. So what do I
Hey,
do?
Darv.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, see.
Arbiter told him to abort. Yeah, I know what happened. Yeah. Did you move to the chess club? What? Lee Chess. Analyze game. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to analyze the games. It's hard to do when they don't have the games here.
That's true.
Yeah.
Darn.
Also, I'm exhausted. Arbiter told Naka the earth is flat. That's also true. Man, I got all this other work to do too. Tired. All right, back to whatever it is I was doing. I'm not even sure what order these games are in. Let's see. Is this the first game? I'm clicking and nothing's happening? What?
Hey, there's WSK.
Now it's flashing.
I haven't seen that guy in a while.
God. So...
I see that.
All right. Yeah, I don't want to analyze the games now. I'll just do it some other time.
Yeah.
I might even do it later today. Do another stream or something. Take a nap first. Yeah, chess.com is still iffy. It was like flashing and then it didn't work and then it did work.
You don't even have to do it on this room. We could just do like a record.
What do I do?
We could just record.
Look, it's still flashing. Their site's still not working?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
God, come on, chess.com.
It's partially up.
Partially credit. Yeah. What was the outcome? Well, it seems like Magnus won the Armageddon game, maybe. So Magnus wins 2 points to 1. And then in the other match, Ding wins the match 3-0. He won 2.5, 1.5. So in the standings of the tournament, Ding has 3, Magnus 2, Hikaru 1, Fallujah 0. That's after the first round for those 4 players. The second half of round 1 is tomorrow with the other 4 players. And then hopefully I'll be on chess.com, but I don't know. I don't understand what's going on here. Yeah. Now, what's more likely? They're going to replay that game or Carol Baskins will get arrested for killing her husband. Yeah, exactly. So that was an unusual round or something, mainly or something. Yeah. Go Naka. Yeah, Naka got beat pretty badly that game, but there was a lot of cheating, so that was good.
Her husband could be in Costa Rica.
Yeah. Arbiter said Rick and Morty not as good. No. Connection, come on. What's with chess.com? Come on. I just got connection lost to chess.com. All right. What I think I'll do is, since I don't want to do any work now, I'm going to come back here later. And I'll do the chess.com video, those other videos. I could do a recap. Maybe I'll do it instead of streaming, I could record it. But if I stream it, we'll get more viewers. So I'll do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe chess.com will work like in 6 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll come back like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock and do another stream. And I have some other work to do at the chess center. And I'll go home in the meantime. Yeah. Feed the dogs. Eat. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Probably be back tonight to do some work here that's not related to this, and also this. So, and there you go. Etc. Mainly, etc. Look at this. Still, what?
That's pretty bad.
Oh, come on, chess.com. Yeah. Chess.com. Okay, Raid Boats has match Kostyanyuk and Yip. And then why does Anna Cramling have 800 viewers? 8 million viewers. 8 billion viewers. 2.2 thousand. Damn. All right, bye everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for donating. See you tomorrow at 10 a.m. and probably tonight. Follow me on Discord and Twitter, and I'll update what time tonight I'm going to stream again. See ya.